Hey, Meg, it's almost time for today's live episode of America's RAD Cast. So get some coffee or whatever illegal narcotics you use to wake up. Maybe take an ice bath. Please do something close to bathing and just leave everything as is. Set to the radnetwork.com.
What? Why am I doing this? I don't understand why I had to do the M&Ms.
Because it matched up with our intro that we were coming into.
How? What?
You didn't hear it, but they would. If you didn't do it, you would have heard Eminem shaking.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yeah, so you were doing that to mask it. Yeah, because the intro that I'm doing, I have a new intro coming. It's gonna be a good one. But right now I'm still hacking stuff together. So thank you for being patient.
So it's all on the fly. I get these weird texts at 6:30 in the morning. Hey, you got to start the show by shaking M&Ms.
Let's cover over the end of it.
I already had an email. Okay. So here we go. We're here. I have my M&Ms, and I guess it's Monday. So what is this? Okay. Email, doesn't matter who from. Attached to a link says, here it is, Rob. Study you've been waiting for. Headline: Eating too much protein will backfire. Experts warn. Duh. Come on. We've all seen. I'm not even going to bother you with this story. Because, dude, is it back to text between Jeff and me? Is it tomorrow? We have Greg on tomorrow from Apptrition?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So and Thursday?
And next Thursday.
This Tuesday, next Thursday.
Right. And then he'll be doing a health hacks on that Thursday as well.
Right. So Greg will be on tomorrow at 8:15 from maptrition.com. And we got a list of things to talk to him about. You can email in any of your questions, radcast@theradnetwork.com. This isn't one that Greg's been overpowering on. He gets it. Protein's good, but like everything else with him, moderation. Mm-hmm. So we'll talk to him about this study. We have other studies. We're going to talk about this sugar, non-sugar thing. Just a bunch of health. I figure if we have a guy who knows this stuff, why don't we have him come on when we do health news, and we can go over what's the latest on this cyclospora crap. Nobody knows, so we'll let Greg guess where that's coming from. All right, next one.
Ooh,
email from Pedro. Now, this came in Friday afternoon. It's hard to use industry terms, right, if you're not in the industry. So headline, I didn't know what it meant, or subject line: dumb idea for break audio filler. Wow.
Okay.
That sounds technical. Now, to me, let's see if you think of this, Jeff. To me, break audio filler would be when we're not doing this, we're in like a break. Mm-hmm. He has an idea for audio during the break.
That's what I was picturing too when you read that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'll play commercials, promos, some musical things
and then we have
to get us through.
We have the camera that shows the studio too during the break. So, but no audio though.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and so maybe that's what he's writing about is, hey, I've got an idea on getting the audio in during the commercial break so I can hear Jeff and Dee. And
oh, no, we do that deliberately so that they can't hear us.
So don't suggest that because we're not going to do that. So what could this be? Well, what he's talking about are these things when we come back from break that either Engineer Bob or the streetwalker in Reno that I got. She'd kill me if she ever knew. Where they say, and now back to America's RAD Cast, right? Okay. All right. Here's
what is this?
Ready? Okay, so the last commercial plays, and we're about to come in. He goes, what's the forecast for America's RAD Cast? I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist. All I know is there's a show brewing. And now, back to America's RAD Cast.
I like it.
Hey, I like it, yeah.
I like it a lot, honestly.
It does capture a little bit of the kind of ambiance here in the studio. Me and Dee have been working all weekend to kind of make the place a lot nicer and cleaner. Yes. And we rewired a bunch of stuff. And so...
organized and clean.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Feels a lot better.
It does, honestly.
So I think we do have, and we have a lot of good ideas. We did some marketing ideas and stuff like that. So we got some stuff brewing for sure.
Things are brewing.
All right, I'll have Bob read it because it's got to be done in Bob's surly voice, as if to say, "God damn it, why am I even reading that?" Okay.
You have to.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's nice to hear that you guys got a lot done. I found out this morning I celebrated unintentionally prematurely. Maybe it was a psychosomatic thing because on weekends I'll do prep throughout the weekends depending on maybe I did, my brain already knew, but today August 10th, is National Lazy Day, and I did that yesterday, and I didn't know. Like, I didn't know I was supposed to wait till today, which would be hard. A Monday? That's a dumb day for lazy day.
Right.
I mean,
I think most people take Mondays off anyways.
Not really.
I was gonna say for those of us that are at all trying in life, Monday's a bad day because you're the rest of us are like, well, you know what? I'm gonna be lazy. Why don't I just take the whole week? Just be lazy because I started off on that. That's how most people's brains work, isn't it? So it is what it sounds like. A much needed pause from our always on world. This is your official permission to ditch responsibilities, ignore chores, and fully embrace the art of relaxation. Good. I like that.
I wish.
Now, I'm all for like planned lazy days. Like, oh, we got nothing planned right on Saturday or whatever. We're gonna do everything. We're gonna get dangerously close to where Jeff and I were last week, where we really pissed off those of you that don't have kids. We're not meaning to. It's just. It is a benefit of not having kids to where if you actually wake up on a Saturday and go, wait a minute, we have nothing planned.
Yeah, no soccer.
And you can decide from there, right? We don't have to go anywhere. So do you decide from there to be motivated to go where you want or go nowhere? Those great. That was not yesterday. Yesterday I just woke up and my body said, we're not doing this today, pal. You can try. You can shuffle to the kitchen all you want. Oh, we're going to make toast and coffee, huh? Okay. 20 minutes later, I'm sleeping again. Your body wakes up. You go, you really? You think you're going to do anything? Oh, you let the dog out. Good. Go back to sleep. I was like, is this mono? Because I felt fine in any other way. But I'm like, heavy eyeballs.
Sometimes, Sometimes you just need a break and shut off the brain a little bit.
I guess.
My time for that, I don't really get to shut my brain off, but my favorite time, that's why I think I love football so much, is because my Sundays are like, they're still not lazy because I'm pretty much working through the whole thing, but I'm watching football while I do it all. So it's, I'm watching 3-4 different games. Like I usually have the food I want. Like I prepare it the day before. So I don't have to leave the house or order anything. So that's kind of like where I'm like, oh, Sunday's coming up. It's football. I'm going to get to relax a little bit. This weekend, I had to. I got some family stuff happened where I had to watch a nephew, and I ended up taking him to the Reptile Expo here in Roseville, which I just saw the sign. I think I've seen the signs, but I was picking them up. I'm like, what do I do with them? Do I bring them back to the studio and just have him watch me work, or do we do something fun? And then I see a sign for the Reptile Expo in Roseville, and we went and checked it out. It was pretty cool. It's for my first one.
Did you hold any reptiles?
I touched a few. I did not hold any.
Some iguanas.
Well, I don't.
Like,
I'm not scared
did you do the girl thing with the index finger? Like,
that's the only thing you really could do. Where I was like, I'm not scared of reptiles at all. So I would have a boa constrictor around me if I could, to take a picture. Yeah. Well, but the lines for those people were ridiculous. Like you had to sit in like 150 person line just to like get into.
Did you take a video of the line?
What's that?
Did you take a video of the line?
I did. Okay. I got a lot of video actually. Good. So if we want to use any of it, we can. But
no, let's just mention it and never post it. That's what they'll be expecting us to do.
That's why I have it ready to go just in case. But no, it was fun.
I want to see this 200-person line for these reptiles.
I'm gonna bring a snake in here. Here I am.
I like snakes.
I'm gonna walk it around.
D seems to be spending this story calling out your veracity and/or masculinity.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Like you do that and put a boa. Yeah, right. Are you really lines? Do you have line pictures?
Yeah, she's really trying to hold me to account.
I just like factual things.
Yeah.
So,
Was that the end of the story?
Yeah, sorry. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. It was my first one, and I wanted to mention it because that's what I did this weekend on Saturday.
I feel like those reptile expo signs are like that one furniture store that's been liquidating for 18 years.
Right? That's kind of what it was.
Like I always see them, and I never go, this weekend, or is that for last year? It's like,
so true.
I didn't know that it was as much of a market as it was. I knew that there was a little bit. I was like, oh, I wonder if you could buy stuff, but no, that's really all it is.
They were selling?
That's all it is, really. Is you go to different booths, and they have spiders, they have geckos, they have all kinds of different types of those, lizards and snakes and all those good things. And then they have prices right on the thing. We'll see it later in my videos.
Okay.
Were you tempted at all to bring home a reptile?
It's so funny because I think in my head I was saying if I actually had a setup, like if I had some kind of aquarium or terrarium or something like that where I could just buy something and have fun with it, then that would be I would do it. Probably I would have probably done it because there were so many options, and some of them were cool. There were some little geckos for like $25. I thought they were really cool. Some little turtles, stuff like that. But
So what? I'm always fascinated. Remember, it's not a judgy thing. I dated a girl for years who had a snake as a pet. But what's fascinating about owning a gecko?
no, I don't think anything's fascinating about it, but it's because I don't have a dog or any kind of pet right now. I guess it's a little bit of a substitute of like, hey, look at there.
Little gecko.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I think it was just kind of getting caught up in the whole expo because you're just like, I want to participate. Like all these people are willing and dealing, selling snakes for spiders and stuff like that.
Did they have any chameleons?
I
really want a chameleon.
Yeah. And some really cool snakes and stuff. So no, I wanted to participate, but again, I just had no setup. I think to buy a setup, it would have been about $500 for the minimum, like minimum
Heat
stuff.
lamps, all the terrariums. Yeah,
right.
they got a lot.
So,
But were there actually people bartering, like you said, like here I'll give you 8 snakes for 14 spiders?
I actually didn't see any of that, but that's what I imagine in my head when I see Reptile Expo.
Oh my
But there's
God.
just so many. I mean, these people have every booth has 100 snakes and 1,000 lizards and stuff like that. So
How do
I
they
wouldn't
get
be
a permit
surprised.
for that? What is
Yeah,
the
they all have to have a
permitting
permit
for
to have
this?
them, or to
Right.
sell them at least.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But
And I assume like everything else, right? Like dogs and cats, same thing. People they wind up where you did, but they don't put any thought into it, and they go way too far, way too fast, and that's how we wind up with snakes being released in the wild
Yeah,
and stuff.
right.
Because they don't have the setup that you're talking. Because
Yeah.
again, people do it with dogs all the time. Well, I'll just take a dog home. Well, it's not quite that simple.
Yeah.
right, of
And
course,
it certainly
yeah.
isn't with a gecko, I would guess.
Yeah, it's a little simpler with the gecko than like maybe a bigger snake or something like that. But and then they sold stuff like that there too, right? There was like a booth that just sold all aquariums and different things to put in it and stuff. So you can definitely get what you need. So I'm sure a lot of parents got talked into getting the whole
Yikes.
kits and caboodles.
So you left with no reptiles.
Nope.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Not some stickers.
You're not going to pull one out here as a surprise one.
No. Oh, that would have been good if I would have thought of it. I could have had one.
You know, now you mention it, out comes the Britney Spears 18-foot long yellow boa or
We do
python,
have
whatever
a
that thing.
mascot and a pet for
Jesus.
the studio.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah. All
Right
now
until our first vacation, and we come back and it's floating,
Right.
which would be odd if it was a gerbil. Why is the gerbil floating? That's strange. So yesterday was the reptile show, and so I slept through the reptile show. Jeff saw it. So football,
Saturday, Sunday.
yeah, and when football ends, you don't have that built-in Sunday thing. It's like March is so depressing to me because I have to rearrange everything. Sundays are not built in as nothing can happen. It's football. It's 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's football. There's no openings. Suddenly it's like, oh, I have a day to fill, which can be good or bad, but it's like I'm like a dog. I like routine. Okay, I would just like it to be every Sunday.
Right,
And Jeff's
yeah.
so right. You spend Saturday prepping for it,
Right.
so that it's locked down, just ready to go. So we're only a month? Yeah, a month away from football
We got
being
preseason
back.
this week, I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because the Hall of Fame game was last week, so this weekend, yes, will be the first, such as they are, preseason games. We're covering all of it on the Sports Show with Rob and Steve and the Rob and Steve Sports Show, 11 a.m. So, yeah, today is August 10th of 2026. It is National Lazy Day, which we covered. Show up, be lazy, or don't show up. Ditch responsibilities, and do that. See how your boss feels about that. Yeah, I'm not coming in. It's National Lazy Day.
Right.
I wish. I've got 3 jobs today. It's not lazy day for me. It's
Hey,
go
well-
getter Mondays.
Presumably, yeah, that'll go over big. That's how we have to approach it. But presuming it's a 2026 version of Celebrate National Lazy Day, you show up because I gotta get my check, but you're lazy at work. So you just
Got
like,
it.
which is every other day.
Right.
Good idea.
The what is this? Favorite way for Americans to be lazy. You got to pick a way to be lazy. Favorite way. See, I mean, sleep. Or is that not lazy? That's sleeping.
Well, no. So I mean, I think what I would suggest is like being either nothing on your mind, meaning you don't have a lot of things you have to do that's not getting done. Right. That's a hard time. It's really hard to relax when that's the case. Or yeah, you're just able to take all that out of your head. I do that while watching the same shows every night before bed. That's kind of how I shut my brain down, I'd say. But Yeah, I mean I guess that's how I get
my
lazy.
lazy's way different.
Yeah.
I want to be on the couch. I want to have my little screen, my big screen. I want my comfy blankets. I want snacks. That's a lazy day for me. Puppy.
But so the little screen is the phone to
My
scroll, and the big
yeah,
screen
my
is the
iPad.
watch.
Yeah.
Ah,
And then I have something
okay.
on the background, sports in the background. I'm doing multiple things.
See,
Or
because
taking
Jeff,
a nap between.
you're describing more like winding down at night,
Yeah.
which is
Not being
different than
lazy.
like a lazy day.
Well, what I
It's
was
just-
saying is my favorite lazy day is when I can like not have much on my mind, right? So like if I can either shut it out, by just doing what monotonous things I do to shut it out, or if I'm actually efficient enough to have things off my plate, if I'm actually getting things done and not have to worry about them for a couple days or a week.
What about when you have a lazy mental day and you know there's a part of you that knows you really shouldn't, but there's something inside of you that's taking over. Like your brain is saying just shut down, and this other part of you is going yeah but, and it's all the yeah buts that you could be doing, that you could be worrying about, and over here your brain just goes no, just don't worry about it. It's like and you have to fight, because otherwise you'll just stress yourself out.
Yeah, no, I think that's the key right there. Not stressing yourself out, because you're never relaxing if you're stressed the whole time.
But the piles of laundry, the yard work, they're all screaming at you in the background. You're like, okay, this feels
Right.
really good, but I have a lot of stuff to do.
I do that
And
with my
depending
car
on-
a lot.
Right, and with how OCD and type A you are, it doesn't even have to be a visual, because your brain will be telling you, should be doing this, should be doing this,
Right.
couldn't be doing this. And that's what I was going through a little bit of that yesterday, but the power was so overwhelming of just lie here, just stop. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna lie, and it's just lie. So we're all kind of dancing around. Americans, when they're asked in a survey, the favorite way to be lazy is binge watching shows and movies, whatever. Doesn't have to be I'm binge watching a show. It means kind of what Dee said. I'm on the sofa, I have screens, TV's on, and nothing else. And what Jeff said, block out the world and hide in our screens, I guess, as long as it's the right screens. Because
Sure, right.
Right.
You don't want to make yourself
This-
crazier. No, I mean like
Right.
people who like doom scroll and stuff like
no,
that.
that.
You
No,
know,
yeah.
luckily I'm not on social media too much, but I do know the feeling. Like I have done it enough, like on YouTube, watching stuff and go, wow, did I just spend an hour doing that? Like, what do I have to show for it?
Yeah, usually I'm catching up on like sports, current events, entertain. I'm just usually it's a multitude of things. So sports on TV and then like other stuff on my phone, socials, yes, but I just
Well,
that's cozy.
Nowadays, it's kind of how a lot of people get their information too. I mean, like it might not be the most accurate information, it might not be the like most like available, but a lot of times, like I found out the Scoble trade for the Dodgers on a reel, like watching it, going, what? The Dodgers? Oh. Like, and then going, yeah, like Rob says, there's definitely going to be a lockout next year with all this stuff that the Dodgers are doing and stuff like that. So
there's three different things there. There's purposeful scrolling. To me, those are the doom scrollers, like the ones that are, and maybe those are the news people too, that they intentionally they get their phone and they're going and they want to and they dive into it. Okay, there's that version. Then there's the version like now, Jeff, you brought up, you just get a notification and that can, look at Scooble, that can lead to other things. And then there's like the innocent. Like talk about losing time. You the other day I had I just out of nowhere I remembered the Pedro Pascal bit on Saturday Night Live where he's in the hospital and he's lost his memory. It's hysterical. One of the funniest skits they've done in this century. I want to laugh, so I go to YouTube and I put it up. But then there it is, other clips. Oh, that was funny.
oh right.
Oh yeah. Oh, Will Ferrell. Oh, we're doing Celebrity Jeopardy. Literally an hour and 18 minutes later, I go, what the hell happened? I've been just watch and now healthy, laughing,
Yeah.
but you
So there's
lose
the
all
time.
that.
You know what I do every like 3 years, Rob, or so? I watch like all of Ricky Gervais's openings for like the Golden Globes or the Oscars. I think I'm not sure if he did both or one or the other, but and they're just like they're great, and they just play them like compilations. Like it's probably like a solid 40 minutes worth, but it's always really funny.
Yeah, and it's so easy to just lose yourself. And I do think scrolling gets a bad rap because of that. Because there are the different versions of scrolling, and if you find yourself going down fun, positive rabbit hole after fun positive rabbit hole. Why is that negative? Just because
videos, yeah.
your eyeballs are looking at a screen? Okay, well,
Yeah, but also
grow up.
like I put in like CNN, NPR. I'm checking my emails. Like to me, that I'm being a little bit productive while also being super lazy, so it kind of feels a little bit better, a tiny bit. And then throw in some puppy videos and some cooking stuff in between, and some astrology stuff. That's my my lazy.
See, that to me is like a well balanced, healthy lazy day. That's got a little bit of everything sprinkled in, as opposed to just I'm shutting down, I'm hiding, maybe a little self-loathing that we'll throw in there. That's the unhealthy lazy day. Anyway, be healthy today.
That's the
Lazy
trick
day.
is like mental health wise, it's being able to have a lazy day and not hold yourself like, too like harshly for it. Because you have to get up after your lazy day and you have to be as productive as you can be. And it doesn't help when you're like, dang it, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. And, just kind of get up and go type of thing,
I agree.
Yeah, and you take away all the benefits that you had from the previous day by flogging yourself the day after. And then it's like everything else, moderation. Then you got these people that think lazy days are good every other day. Well, I really worked my ass off yesterday, so I'm taking a day off. What? That's not how it works, pal.
Nah, I think I had to tell myself that this weekend when I did do the Reptile Expo on Saturday, but it put off about 5 things I had to do on Saturday. So at the end of Saturday, I'm going, man, you really didn't get much done today. It's pretty shitty. And then in my head, I go, no, I put in a lot of work, taking the kid around the town. And we did go to Buffalo Wild Wings after, which was more for me, but still, he had a great time. So, but I mean, again, like just letting yourself off the hook a little bit, when you're having that lazy day, or, even if it's not a lazy day, if you don't get certain things done.
No, because we do that. We find ways to just beat ourselves up for reasons when you didn't have a shitty day. You took your little puke whatever he is out, and you ate somewhere you didn't want to. But there was that self-fulfilling thing of you did enjoy it. He got a lot out of it,
yeah,
so it wasn't a waste of a day. It just we do that though, and it's that whole thing. I'm always reminded if somebody else was in the room listening to you the way you're talking to yourself, they would tell you to shut the hell up.
Right.
And like, well, that's just not how we're built. That inner voice can just drive you nuts. So that's today, National Lazy Day. It's also National Spoil Your Dog Day.
Aww.
Well, what more are we supposed to do sometimes?
That's every day.
Right. This is kind of like Valentine's Day. I don't need a day to remind you to spoil this idiot. He runs the house.
Yeah.
This is reminding us to go above and beyond for our beloved canine companions. The perfect opportunity to indulge your dog with their favorite treats, a new squeaky toy, or an extra long walk. 2 of those 3 things my dog Sarge doesn't want. A walk. Come on, it's hot. I'm fat. And then the toys. He's got 2 boxes of toys he doesn't even pay attention
So
to.
does my dog, yeah. Same.
Treats. He'll take treats because that's how you get fat. But
Aww, that's awesome. Put a little bandana
So,
on
everybody's-
him.
gonna be going to those bakeries today and getting the dog.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Those are
friendly cake.
expensive. They trick you there. They've all those bins of treats. You're just like, yeah, let's go for it. It's like the Sweet Factory, an old candy store that used to be here in Sacramento.
Oh, it's a dog place now?
Well, no, I'm saying that there's a dog place. Like you go scoop all the treats in a
gotcha.
bag, and then
Okay,
you
gotcha.
weigh it, and then you're like, oh my god, okay,
Ah,
that was pricey.
yeah.
And yes, so there's that, and then these like cakes that are made out of all stuff that's good for your dog.
I make my
They
own.
well, you should. I mean, no judgment here, but my God, these things look like they belong on the Food Network challenge show.
They do.
And I'm watching people lay out $50, $60, $70 for a cake for their dog. Like the
Wow.
dog knows.
100%.
The dog doesn't walk into the room. Oh, wow. Well, that's a really beautiful cake. I should take my time to appreciate the aesthetics of this cake. No. You think they're colorblind. Second, it's just food.
Yeah. They just
Kind of
want
like
to
Jeff. Jeff, he's colorblind and okay, food. I'm gonna get back to work.
Well,
Jeff
no.
would be a Saint Bernard, right? If Jeff was a dog, he's a Saint Bernard.
We said standard poodle. That's what we said
Poodle?
earlier.
No,
A
no,
standard
I
no.
don't like that.
Because
No.
you're a little.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. I don't like any of you guys' suggestions. Yeah.
Well, the thing about the standard poodle thing that would fit with Jeff is they're very intelligent.
Yes.
That's it, though. I like the Saint Bernard, the big, he's got the liquor barrel around his chest just in case, and Jeff's just kind of going through boom 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 boom, and then he's like, okay, eat boom 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 boom. I don't know. The boom 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 is a positive thing though.
It was okay.
Yeah. I know that didn't come across right. Yeah,
You
no.
never gave me my dog, Rob. What's my dog?
What?
You never
What?
gave me a dog assignment. We talked about this like weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, what your dog would be, or what kind of dog you would
Yes.
be? I don't know much about dog breeds.
The
But
problem is that there's more I've got to figure out, because there's more to you than I keep going to annoying breeds, and you're not that. But I start there because of all the damn energy. So maybe you kind of start with Jack Russells instead of Yorkshire Terriers, but then we've got to really amp you up from there. So
maybe a
you're
beagle. I could see like a beagle.
yeah. There's a little beagle. I think Dee might wind up being a mutt, but I want to try to maybe make her some type of Mexican dog because she's so proud of her heritage.
That's so true. My dog, Weasel, who passed away on my tattoo, he was a Corgi Chihuahua Jack Russell, and he was the craziest mix of 3 breeds. And he was so wild, but so awesome, but so crazy. So
That sounds about right. I mean, and that's true of most women, 3 personalities. So that would work for your dog as well if I could find a multi.
I'll wait for it.
So Jeff, what kind of dog do you think you should be if you don't like what we're coming up with?
I don't know.
Yeah, see,
I'm not
that
sure either.
typical. I don't like what you've come up with, but I don't have a suggestion to make it
I'm not
better.
saying I don't necessarily like the Saint Bernard. Is that what you said? Saint Bernard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that. The poodle is what I don't think was very.
maybe
on
a Great
key.
Pyrenees.
I don't
Like
even
it's
know
like
what
a big,
that is.
fluffy white dog. They're like cool and they're awesome, but they're also like
She
really
got mad at me because I said,
stern.
"No, I'm a puma."
It's also today, as we work on all various dog breeds that we are. One last thing today is National S'mores Day. It's the day of the Great American Camping Treat. First mention of the s'mores about 100 years ago, 1920s, in a book of recipes. At the time, the recipe was called a German cracker sandwich because we were less creative. How it became called a s'more, I don't know. But at the time, it was suggested the treat had already been made popular by the Boy and Girl Scouts, so nobody really knows who gets credit for it. The Boy and Girl Scouts take it. The ingredients for the original s'mores: 1 marshmallow, milk chocolate squares, 2 graham crackers, and then smoke them over the campfire. And that's where you get into your ultimate s'mores debate. Are we charring them? Are we trying to get them evenly cooked on one side? What's the third? There's a third way. I'm a char guy. I like the char on my. So it's still like more. It's not uncooked in the middle, but I guess like
Gooey.
gooey, yeah, but charred on the outside.
Yeah.
Do you take the graham cracker and the chocolate and take it off of like the thing off the fire, like when you're camping? Is that something you guys do? 'Cause that's my full like experience with s'mores. I don't ever like make them like as for a snack or something like that. My only s'more intake is during like a camp session or something like that.
You do that so often.
No, I don't. I mean, when I was younger, maybe a little
My
bit.
only
When I was a
s'more
kid
intake.
and I had no choice, but.
I just love the phrase "s'more intake" as it doesn't show up in
It was such a
our
dad.
medical forms. So wait, so what do you do? What are you asking, Jeff?
So
If
you
take
you roast your marshmallow on the fire, and then you just grab your graham cracker, but you have to get the chocolate on there too because you want it to melt instantly. But you kind of like sometimes you drop it and then you pinch it and then you pull off the stick, and then you eat it.
Oh, that's your system. Got it.
Yeah, so you pinch the marshmallow off of your little skewer, and then you eat it.
Okay.
That's my only way I've ever made a s'more.
What's the way you make them, D?
I'm methodical about it. So I like a roasty toasty marshmallow on the fire, or I have a torch if I'm doing it at home. I like to get a small little pan for the campfire, a little cast iron, and put the chocolate and like do a little pre-melt.
Jesus.
I don't like the hard chocolate. It doesn't always melt properly. So you have to have the correct heat ratio to chocolate ratio, and then the graham crackers, and maybe some salted caramel on top or some hot honey. Who knows?
Yeah, if the chocolate doesn't melt right, you just put your hand over the fire until it burns you, and then you put it back.
I'm
and it melts, and then burns
flammable.
you,
I
and
wear
then you put it
makeup,
back,
my hair,
and
my
then it burns you. And you're like,
eyelashes. I'm flammable. I'm not
And you eat it some more.
useless.
Perfect.
That's how you know, D, that the s'more is ready when you are on fire. God, come on. Come
Whatever.
on.
America's
Eyebrows.
Rad Cast, only on the RAD Network.
So last week, and I don't remember what the topic was, it's not important, but Jeff alluded to a bigger problem issue, ongoing thing. So I've been going through it for I don't know, years, decades, this thing where you have a thought and you wonder, did we talk about that on the show? Or you have a thought on the show and say, did I already talk about this on the show? Or is that to a friend of mine? And I get that constantly. It's part of the comfort level of what we do, and also just not memorizing every conversation that you have. I know that last week we alluded to I don't know if I had mentioned it. We got an email or something, but this viral conversation that's going around of something you're good at, but people don't know, or it's a unique talent kind of list.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think we talked
Right?
about something like that. Yeah.
We did. Yeah, we were going through it, but we didn't do the whole list.
Oh,
No.
right?
yeah.
We talked about it because I mentioned my bug thing where I can kill bugs with my hands, and you had something similar, kind of, sort of.
I said I could
wasn't it?
smack moths out of the air like no problem. Like,
Well,
I
that's
don't
right, you
think
punch
Yeah, I don't. Right. I've never seen a moth that couldn't get out of the air. They're not
Okay.
quick enough.
These are very, very strange, weird. And I remember we talked about, well, wait a minute, what are talents versus like physical quirks? Because like those people, and I think Jeff, did you say you used to be able to fold your tongue into a 3-lobed clover shape or something?
No.
No?
That was not me.
I think it was on the list, but I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no.
See, this is what I mean. Everything blurs together. You're like, so maybe with Jeff said, I don't even know how you do that. Those are those really like talents though? Those are birth, not, I don't know, defects, but
Right.
I guess we talk about the double jointed thumb. That's not a talent. It's just, is it?
Right.
Or is it?
No, I think it's like a weird thing about you. That's not necessarily
weird
bad.
thing.
You know, it's just like, something that's kind of like a party trick or something that get people's attention when you're having a conversation with them.
The double jointed thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Double
that's
joint.
not-
I mean, little things like that. People could do weird things with their ears. People could put their arms behind their head. Like,
Sister has that. She's double
yeah.
jointed. She can just.
I used to be
move
able to, I could still do it, but I don't want to do it anymore. I could crack my knuckles like on man, pretty much, like just like this.
Right.
I could just go over
That's
and
not
over.
a talent, though.
No, exactly. It's just a weird thing
Right.
about,
Yeah.
about me.
That's right. See,
Quirk.
that's how we ended the conversation. Remember, and I
Quirk
said
versus
same thing. If you
talent.
could force a burp and then, blah. Okay, very funny. Huh?
Like
Talent.
I could pick things up with my feet fairly good, not as much as other
So
people
can
I've seen,
I.
but I could like pick up my shirt and like hand it to myself a little bit. It's not that.
I
That's
could
not a
chug
talent,
Coors
right?
Light. That's a talent. I don't know.
That's being what? A Coors Light?
I
What?
said I could
could
chug
chug a
Coors
Coors
Light
Light.
really fast.
Oh, but not with your feet. Okay.
Oh, maybe. They're pretty strong.
I mean, all these things. These are not
No.
talents.
No.
I'm just.
No.
I don't know. That's important to nitpick the word. The other thing too is me and my words. The way they asked it. What's something you're very good at, but you don't talk about? And they add in this because people wouldn't believe you. So that's a whole other layer. Because maybe you don't talk about it not because people don't believe you. Maybe there's not a lot of audience for it. Do you're great at chess, and everybody looks at you like, huh? What? So you just don't. Not that people wouldn't believe you.
Right.
I'm trying to think like.
I'm really good at Scrabble. Like I read the
Okay,
Scrabble
that doesn't
dictionary.
surprise me. Yeah.
So I have every version of the Scrabble dictionary, so I know like different words you can use that are Scrabble approved. So that's kind of
And weird, but doesn't surprise me. See, they've made this list too convoluted. It's like, okay, so it's a talent maybe you wouldn't expect, but I do believe you.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it's the right. The list gets harder that way. Let me give you some. Okay,
Like web feet would not be a talent for sure.
no, that's that is a birth defect. I have those. Not a talent. No, I can't even do anything with them. So okay, a guy wrote, "I'm a 48-year-old man who can sew anything."
Oh, I love
Okay.
that.
Well,
Is that
I would believe it depending on the background. My uncle was a lifelong Navy and state trooper in New Jersey. They taught him how he could sew anything. So what's
Isn't
unbelievable?
that just like a skill?
Yeah, well,
I
it's
mean,
a great
I guess
skill, but
maybe
it's not
skill and
common.
talent. A
It's
skill
not
and
common.
talent maybe is kind of similar as well. I kind of maybe separated them more, between like maybe a singer has talent, but a person that sews has a skill set. So, but
But it's still
Yes.
complicated. It's not
Yeah.
easy to do.
right.
What is a male seamstress called? A tailor? Is that the only other?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but but there's a lot of things that are complicated to do, but are skills, whereas talents are more whatever you believe the phrase you would like is God given. It's like singing, right? Is so great.
Right.
They can take a basic, you kind of can carry a note voice and help you, but if you can't sing, you can't sing. And that's the talent side of it.
Exactly.
So I don't know. So you can sew anything? Big whoop. That's a not only is it a skill or whatever, it's also why don't I believe you because of your gender?
Maybe.
It's come on.
It takes talent to sew really well.
Oh, is it supposed to be? Is the list supposed to be that something you might not believe?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So it's a talent you're good at, but I wouldn't. So like you're really good at punching moths.
Yeah.
Well, I have no problem believing that. That works.
I thought that was
But maybe
impressive.
you have another one where I go, no, Jeff, you wouldn't. You're not. Because you wouldn't believe it. It's hard to make one up, right? You love doing cowboy poetry while dressed as a woman. Wait, that's a kink. That's not a talent. I don't know. We'll work on it. Not that there's anything wrong with dressing as a woman. Jesus. Okay. Again, is this a talent? Untying tight knots. When I was a child, I tied extremely tight knots on purpose just so I could untie them.
Huh.
All right.
I don't know if
It's
that's
like a Boy Scout thing, right?
I think it's more like a patience thing.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to have like the ability to like sit there and do, because the reason why you never untie a knot is because it just takes too long.
But to make the knots and untie them on purpose, and I mean, I don't know.
No, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sadistic.
That's a
He's
quirk.
getting a
Something
little
wrong with that
enjoyment out
person.
of it, yeah, instead of like developing a skill or talent.
Right, I'm not seeing the talent part. No, not at all.
Yeah.
We kind of alluded to the last week we were, I guess, teasing this. I mentioned my timing thing where I can just tell time without thinking about it. This is, again, it's kind of sort of the same thing. This person says, I have an ungodly accurate internal clock. If I need to wake up at 6:14 a.m. for a flight, who thinks like that?
Me.
I will open my eyes at 6:13. Okay.
Sounds like
Yeah, I do that.
Kramer's internal clock.
Right. Yeah, let me set it. Okay. But then it went out because is that the hot tub episode?
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Where the jogger or whatever, the marathoner
Right.
can't
He
get
sleeps
drunk.
in.
Right.
Yeah.
What happened to your internal clock?
Right. He's like,
I guess
put on snooze.
Yeah. Snooze button. All right. So we're not getting a lot. That's not a talent, is it? That your body. That's just.
Okay,
body.
I might have one. I'm not sure if you would consider this a talent, but I pretty much think I can tell if anything is off balance. Like as far as this TV or this thing, like if from like a minus, like such a small fraction, if it's slightly tilted to the right or to the left, it will pop out in my eyes so obvious with either this like light shade over here or the TV. I rarely ever need a level, and when I do check my level afterwards, it's usually pretty exactly right on. And I feel like it's been like that since I was really young. I'd be like, nope. And people would argue me. They'd be like, no, it's a little bit up. Like, no.
You always have
Put
your
it down
level
and
in
then
your
get my
pocket.
level. Yep, right. Pull my level out. And be like, let me show you what I can do.
That is talent.
Is it?
I think it's talented.
That's what I was kind of questionable too.
Eyeball it and just be like, yep.
I could tell if it's a little off. Like even if it's
I mean, we probably can explain away almost every talent if we're just going to be jerks about it. So I guess that sounds like it. So every morning, do you go insane with the pictures that I change behind me,
a little
Jeff?
bit. Not insane, but I notice it, and then I can change things a little bit here in our frame, but mostly, as long as you're in focus and the computer's on, then I'm happy for.
Very, very low level, bare minimum around here.
Well, our studio here is really complex. Your studio is a little simpler, even though connecting the two is a little bit more complex. So having the basic things on is going to be good enough. I mean, it's going to make everything work just right. Your frame's a little crooked sometimes in the background. I can get over that.
Sounds like
So
up at
okay,
night.
so here, hold on. I'm gonna do this.
See, that's the thing. I can notice it. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, it's like,
yeah, it's not like a
you don't
OCD
obsess
thing.
over it. You're like, oh.
Okay, so AI, if we're gonna sneak into 2026 world, AI says that talent means a natural ability or skill to do something well without needing a lot of training. Okay, so since Jeff was young, he could look at things and go, "That's off. That's not quite level." He wasn't trained. It's some natural weird talent, right? I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean that's kind of
That
like
makes sense.
I was trying to think of things in my head, and that's like the closest thing I could think of. When I was younger, I could roll my belly. I don't know if that, like the people like I could roll their stomachs. I could have done that, but no, my
Like
belly's a
the
little too big.
Goonies? Like,
That's the truffle show. Yeah,
Okay.
kind of. Yeah, he did roll his belly. I think. Yeah.
And remember that part of this convoluted question, which has so many layers to it, is you do also have to be good at it. And Jeff checks that box, so he can.
Perfect.
You can't just say, I got this talent, and then it never pans out. That's not a talent. You're a failure. So you're good at it, but you don't talk about it because either it's not relatable, but mainly because people wouldn't believe you if you did talk about it. That one in the end passes that test too.
Yeah.
Sure, that's a dorky kind of thing I could see Jeff being good at though. So it doesn't make the list. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yep.
So it kind of makes the list, but it's not surprising. I think most people that know you would go, I can buy that.
Jeff's
That's
party
what's
trick.
tough about this list. All right, what else? Oh, now this one too. I don't know. He doesn't tell us, or they don't tell us if it's a natural ability. I don't care if they're trained or not. I need this person living in my home. When a string comes out of sweatpants and hoodies, I can put it back in like that with my hands. Oh,
Ooh.
good. Here, I
Good
hate that
talent, though.
sitting there
I
trying to
know.
push you feel the knot, and trying to push.
Right?
Yeah, just get a pair of tweezers and just pull it out.
Oh, don't you tweezer me. This happened to me the other day. This happened to me the other day. One of my favorite pairs of sweatpants, and that's all I needed. I could see it. I just needed a pair of tweezers. Now, when I had to clear the house out after Christina passed away, there were certain things we had so many of. I mean, it became a joke with my mom and I. Tweezers. Like there are like 28 pair of tweezers. What couldn't I have found at all when I needed them? Goddamn tweezers.
Yes.
I swear to God, there are tweezers everywhere in this house. I couldn't find one.
That's
So
the worst.
the sweats are over here on the floor, thrown there in a moment of anger. That's where they sit because this person doesn't live with me.
It happens a lot.
Is that a talent? Pulling
tweezers? Yeah, it takes a little patience. It's just patience. I don't know if that's a
I don't
talent.
think it's a talent.
Patience
no.
is a virtue, but
I
not
want
a
to say
talent.
I think it's a cool skill. You know,
Yes.
because
Yes.
it does,
Okay.
we've all been there for sure.
Got you. I'll get this out.
And it does feel good when you're like, oh yeah, brand new.
Now this is just an annoying person, but you'd want them around. This person says their talent is they're a super recognizer. I can recall faces and names at a superior level. Oh,
Yeah,
that would be nice.
that's a talent, I would say, to be able to like
Like celebrities
categorize
or
and
like people you meet on the street.
I'm
Like, I
taking it as that. I'm
Okay.
taking it
Yeah.
as the second one.
yeah, me too.
Like all the random people you meet at your wife's cocktail
Right.
parties or whatever, and then you see them later. You're like, oh, I know this person. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they know it all, like already, like before talking to them. Like usually, like someone mentions something, like memories will start shooting back in your head, right? Like, oh yeah, we did talk about that. That reminds me. But some people just have that all locked and loaded.
I found mine. I know dogs' names and not people's names. So any dog I meet, I will remember the dog and the breed and a life story about the dog, but not the person's
Boo.
name. That's
I
talent.
don't think it's a talent.
It is. I'll be like Coco's mom. I'll be like, yeah. Bailey's mom. I don't know.
Now, wait, Jeff. Did you think it was a talent when a human could remember faces and names at a
It's a little
superior
bit more
level?
impressive
You said
to me.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Then
That's
with
why
dogs'
he's
names?
dismissing you. That's why I'm saying why is he dismissing your talent
I
when
know
it's
the
the
people
same?
by the dogs, and the dogs, I know all of their names and all of their stats.
They're
And that's
like,
getting- a
Winston's
thumbs
really
down.
good at jumping, and he barks a lot. Like I know all of their little traits, and I know all of their names.
okay.
Oh,
It's talented.
well, but okay. Here's where it doesn't pass the
reach.
test. Just like with Jeff, it's not surprising. Jeff has dismissed you entirely. He doesn't think you have a skill. I'm listening, thinking, yeah, it could be a skill, but it doesn't surprise me.
It's more of a skill, but not a talent. Yeah.
But do you know
Oh.
what his names is?
Well, I don't know. The
Okay.
names and faces thing was already borderline, but I mean, it's pretty cool to be able to categorize information like that. I don't think I could do that very well. So,
Okay.
but I mean, so you remember people based off of their dog. What if they don't
Yes.
have a dog? If you don't remember them at all.
Oh.
I try my best. I'll pick something they talk to me about
they have a
in the
gecko?
neighborhood. They have a gecko girl. That's how I remember people. You're a gecko girl. But,
You
no.
don't have a word association game like Gecko Girl means her name is. So you
I've tried.
it's not that acute. It's really more we remember what we care about. You care about dogs more than humans.
Yes.
That's basically okay.
100%.
Here's an odd one. Okay, person says my something I'm very good at, but most people aren't and wouldn't believe I am. Directions. I always know which direction I'm facing, even underground.
Are they a mole person? Why are they underground?
See, this
like
is the
a-
thing. Before you get to the even underground part, your first or my first inclination is, well, just look where the sun is. You know what? But then they throw in, even when I'm underground, which does lead to the question of how often are you underground?
Yeah.
Why
Parking
are you
garage, maybe?
okay?
Like a basement or a mole person? I don't know.
Some of these things too, I think you need to
Homer?
ask: are these things worth a shit? I mean,
Right.
in 2026, do I need to know if I'm in a parking garage which direction I'm facing? Is that really helping anyone?
When you're reporting a crime and you're like, oh, they're running northbound, eastbound on 960, then that
Right.
helps.
That's about it.
Yeah. I've been jealous of people who are ambidextrous. I think that's like I would call that a talent.
Oh yeah, that is a talent.
You know, people who can cut and throw and do stuff with their left hand. I'm pretty useless with my left hand.
That's a birth defect, isn't it? Not a talent, and a good birth defect.
Kind of, but I mean, I would say that's kind of what we're talking about a little bit, like a talent. I don't know if it's a defect. Do you think?
Defect.
I don't know.
No,
well, like
you
blue eye.
can't. Like, well,
They refer to anything that like the super minority of people have as defect, but it's not always bad. Blue eyes or a birth
I get what you're
defect.
saying. Okay, it's the minority.
okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Being ambidextrous, yeah, sure. I'm envious of them, but is it a birth? See, I'm hung up on the talent. It
cool.
ruins everything with that. So, oh, here's one that Jeff cannot say. This person wrote, "I have a very good eye for color." This person says, "I can tell the difference between two shades that most people wouldn't notice and couldn't distinguish." So you're a woman. You know the difference between olive and sage, while the rest of us are like, huh? It's the same.
Cream, eggshell, all the different colors of white they all have different color. Yeah, there's
See these, and it's funny because I'm sure this person is a very nice person, but these are the people I dislike the most during conversations. People who use
'Cause you're
colors and
colorblind?
different shades of it, like not even giving me like oh, that's that olive green over there. I'm like, just say green or blue or
it's true,
poor
the
Jeff, like,
lavender.
yeah. They're like, that's that blush red. I'm like, what's that mean?
Well, you're colorblind, so yeah, we'll go there.
Thank you.
It's just a personal thing for you, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. But the whole look, everything you're describing, D, eggshell, you know what it is? It's off white. That's what it is. Just off white. I don't care what shade of off white. Wedding gown,
Right.
eggshell.
If you tell me pearl white instead of white, that's when I'm just like, that's not even cool. Especially if you know I'm colorblind.
That's a good point.
Next one. I can accurately predict when a song is right around 150 beats per minute.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
Again, is it though? I mean, again, that's a party trick.
Yeah.
Right? Worthless.
Yeah.
There's nothing. That is not going to save you at any time in your life.
And also, I think it would probably be because this person probably does this maybe for a living. They produce music all the time, and so they have, a better skill set in that area.
I mean, does somebody just wake up and even know what the term beats per minute is and have the talent? Probably not. They're probably exposed to it. And
That's not going to do well on your first date. Like, just to let you know, if anything is about 150, 151,
That's so true. There's
I'll be
music
able
on
to
the
tell
background.
immediately.
Do you know what beats these are permanently? In the middle of dinner. Yeah.
yeah, that's even better. No warning, right? But you're somewhere that plays music that's not intrusive but hip enough, and then out of nowhere you're cutting into your steak. Boom, 150. What the hell?
Very true.
I would be leaving.
Yeah.
Next talent, or whatever we're calling these things, most people don't have. Picking handcuffs. I can do it in less than 4 seconds with a needle that I hide under my upper lip. Where has this person been?
Right.
And what? Okay, great. That's right out of an action movie.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's a skill set. I mean, as far as because you have to practice that. Unless you just were like, man, I just found a needle in my lip one day, and now I know how to uncuff handcuffs.
Who boasts that? Are they in like a circus? Like, I'm confused.
Maybe they get arrested a lot.
At least they have an upper lip, Rob. But I mean, I don't understand.
Yes, I can
how that's a
trust them.
talent. It's weird.
Although you could hide it in your lower lip too. This is straight out of Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's how Bruce Willis and Sammy Jackson get out from being handcuffed to the explosive dye, the drop of the.
He's a magician.
Yeah.
He's a magician.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of I think little things like that within their tricks.
So just say that.
Yeah.
You know. I can take a walk. I can cut a woman in half.
Seriously.
I can hear electricity, says somebody. I can tell if a circuit is closed or open, how much current is going through it, whether it's AC, whether it's DC, whether it's high, whether it's low voltage. That's too much.
That's just hot. That's cool.
Really? What is
Yeah,
it?
that's hot.
Like you're just sitting in a room and you can hear it. Is that what he's saying? Or like is he doing tests?
Static feedback. Like
Is he
they're
using any
maybe an
equipment?
electrician.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's helpful at all. How much current is going through? I mean, that would also just get annoying. Just hearing that, I would think when you're walking around.
Right.
This is what is this one that says? I used to think everyone could remember conversations word for word from years ago. Turns out it's my weird party trick. Oh yeah, I mean, without like a keyword that reminds me of, and it's really unique. Like I don't remember what your kid's name was or
Right.
whatever.
No, thank you. I don't want that stored.
I have that ability.
That's see, a lot of this stuff is how we prioritize things. What do we think is important? Do I need to know this human's kid's name ever again? No.
Hey, maggots, it's almost time for today.
So it's still like more. It's not uncooked in the middle, but I guess
In their tricks.
it's debate. Some people say if you need to sneeze, look at the lamp to sneeze. Others say it makes you not sneeze.
So I do this. I do this all the time, but it works for me. So, but it's never too like it's never if I don't have to sneeze. If I feel a sneeze coming on, and like I'll just look up at a light, and then it will like come out. Because like sometimes you feel like you have a sneeze coming, and then it like goes away. It's kind of like a
Well, it's
crappy
not a
feeling.
talent.
No, I don't think it's a talent.
Is it psychosomatic? Is that all that is?
I'm not sure if like the light
I don't know.
does something to affect a sneeze or something, but it definitely works for me.
You
I'll just
don't have
sneeze.
to if you don't have any desire to sneeze. Looking at lights doesn't randomly make you
Yeah.
sneeze, right?
Right.
Because that would be weird.
No, like I mean, I have lights right on me right now,
And you're
but
not fighting the urge to sneeze endlessly.
No, yeah. Usually when I accidentally look right into them, my eyes just go blurry for about 5 seconds.
Somebody else said their unique skill or talent was the ability to make my vision blurry on command.
What?
Okay. Well, on command, so that's not the same as 8 shots in less than a minute. That would be one way.
Yeah.
I mean, like cross your eyes blurry? Can anybody do that?
But what's the point of getting your eyes blurry?
I don't
Like, what do you want?
it.
That's not like something positive. If you can see better by squinting
Yeah.
or something, then that impresses me. No Seinfeld reference.
Why would you want blurry eyes? I'm so confused. That's not a talent at all.
A lot of these, I
Sounds
think there is a lot of
dangerous.
that follow-up question of why is that good or what is that good for?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, thank you.
Oh, back to sneezing. This person says apparently not everyone gets nauseous before they have to sneeze.
That's some imbalance in your body. You don't
Yes,
have
that
enough
could
of
be a
something.
very
Yeah.
a bad medical condition. How often are you sneezing, and how long does this nausea last? And where does it come from? I would have a lot of follow-up questions. Especially if I'm sitting next to you. Oh God. I'm gonna sneeze. And it's like you're gonna sneeze. You're hunched over.
Yeah.
Oh, you're breaking out into sweat, and then achoo. Okay, I'm better.
Wouldn't you throw up? If you're already feeling queasy.
Did someone tell that person that it's called a fart?
Right? I mean,
If your stomach hurts and then you fart and then you feel better,
That's not a sneeze.
that's not a sneeze.
last one. This one. What? I smell internally, meaning I can sometimes smell my insides. It's a gross superpower when you think about it, but it's been a weird help in knowing when I'm not doing well. Oh, I've heard of this. I also smell illness from others. Have you heard of these people that say that they're like dogs? They can smell when their friend is pregnant. That's the most obvious one I've heard.
No.
And every now and then, I could. They're like Labrador. I could smell cancer in my friend, and they had cancer. That's just
Yeah, I mean,
weird.
That's a superpower.
it's definitely weird.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't use that on the first date either. Like, I know how I
Give
can.
them tips and tricks.
No, it's like, I smell my insides right now,
I've
and
never-
it's going pretty good.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be the way to bring it up. You're right.
That risotto's hitting right now.
America's RADcast continues next, only on the RAD Network.
We got this email to radcast at theradnetwork.com. It's from Reg.
Hey, Reg.
Now, people started writing in about, especially dudes, about wow, Rob's gonna be single again. We could hear the stories about Rob being single, and so we're starting to get emails, especially from guys that are getting out there going, whoa, this is weird. Especially like divorced guys that haven't. And I like what he's asking about. Part of my weird day. So yesterday I celebrated National Lazy Day. Today is National Lazy Day. But on Saturday, I got all this work done around the house, including cleaning up and getting all the show prep done. And you know how sometimes you hide something so well you can't find it?
Oh my god.
I'm like, I know I have a pile of prep somewhere that has specific like I can think of the topics and I don't know where the pile is. And to go back and find the prep, I'm like, "Grr." So I have something that kind of goes with this email from Reg, because one of the things I said when we started talking about dating again is we got a broad on the show. Guys, listen to her. The women will tell you, Dee may not speak for all women, I get it, but they give you insight. Reg says, hey, Rob, I don't have Rob-like money, but I do okay. And I'm a single, recently divorced 43-year-old. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but any woman who goes out with me can tell I have money, car, clothes, jewelry, talk about traveling, etc. You've spent my entire adult life sharing your escapades. How do you guard against knowing if a woman is attracted to you or your success? Well, I mean, first of all, don't go into it looking for it. I mean, that's that premonitional thing. If you assume, if you walk in, to a date or a conversation or whatever, and you assume, okay, you like me most for my money, well, not only do you have a self-esteem problem, but now you're starting things off on a negative front. Like, I'm going to look for all the ways that you're I don't need to go through the obvious ones, right? If all she does is talk about your car.
Right.
Oh, that's a nice suit. Who made it? Oh, what a gorgeous watch. Who made it? Oh, I mean, I've heard these stories that some women are, I don't know if men are doing it. I just heard women are like asking men, how much do you make a year on the first date, or even,
I mean,
those are,
That's awful.
yeah, those are, I guess those are the obvious ones. So I guess part of it too, Reg, it would be knowing what you're seeking, because I always joke, but it's not really a joke, is the idea of a woman likes to be with a man who makes money and can provide, whether she does or not. Is that big a deal? And so you have to figure out, here's what I mean by that. If you just want to get laid, who cares if she's with you for your money?
Get it.
She's with you. If you're looking for somebody who treasures you for who you are, then you just have to go through the process and key in on what it is that she does or doesn't ask you, expect of you. Does she, how does she approach things that involve money, vacationing, dinners, going out, making plans? Is everything you're presumed to pay? Or does she invite you to do things? Does she invite you to go places that she's already going? Oh, well, my friends and I are going to the seafood buffet. You want to come? And does she throw out, of course I'll pay, or something? I don't know. To me, it's,
I think,
obvious.
yeah, I think and I dated in LA. Like, I was single in LA for a while. So you pretty much everyone, everyone's looking at your bank account or your car or something like that. And people are doing better than you. People are doing worse than you. So you're always falling in the middle somewhere. That's what I always told myself too. Like, don't, they're looking for that. So don't get too, like Rob said, don't look for it too much, because the reason why you're stable and the reason why you have a car and the reason why you dress nice is because you do want people to notice. You want people to know that you can take care of yourself, or you're stable enough to have a proper relationship. And then I think it's kind of obvious, like Rob was saying, like some of the warning signs that are coming out there is she planning to spend your money? Like, if she's starting to like do like fantasy, like, oh, so that means you could take us to the Bermuda,
trip.
right? Like, and that's a little bit of the warning signs of, okay, someone might be there to spend my money if I have it. So, and
also just being attracted to you because you're successful in and of itself is not a negative quality. It's not, if you don't want it to be the reason,
right?
But if she likes the fact that you're successful, ambitious, etc., and she has qualities that you like, that in and of itself, it would be kind of like a dude who's like so obsessed with the way a woman looks, and then complains that she's so obsessed with the way she looks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, she's going out of her way to look the way you want her to, and then you're mad that she's going out of her way to look the way you want her to. Makes no goddamn sense.
No.
So I think it's one of many things we overthink in dating, and especially probably dudes. But it is a very weird landscape out there. I will grant you that.
I also think a good gauge is like if you're going on a first date, or maybe the first couple of dates, go somewhere. I said like start with coffee or have a cocktail or whatever. Start with something small, but then like also like just ask her like, do you want to go to the taco stand? Do you want to go like to like to the lake or to the river and then just go like get some sandwiches and chill and talk and get to know each other? Like, that's, if she's like no, that's disgusting, then obviously she's a bi.
And
you gotta
looking for your money.
Cater these, right, and cater these things too, because are you being honest with yourself, Reg?
That's what I was gonna say.
Everybody sees how you look. Look, let's just take it your word and not call you names. That's great. Me too. Is that what you want, pal? Because maybe you're actually craving a woman who likes to go out and dress up, and like to Dee's example is like, oh, you want to grab coffee or well, if she says, how about like a steakhouse, like a fine dining? Okay, well,
Too soon.
she's high maintenance. Is that what you want? Because sometimes some of us screw that second one up, going, oh, actually, I kind of do. I kind of like that. Or whereas and then you can do the reverse thing and go, oh, well, that's neat. She wants to go get coffee, but God, I'd really rather like take a picnic to Napa. Well, then know who you are first,
Yeah.
so that you can match up with who she is. But Dee's absolutely right. If you get a girl, if you want somebody who is not overly attracted to money, materialism, and things like that, those first few dates and what she thinks is cool or suggests or says, oh, that's too much, those are great signs. Especially like flip it around. Well, hey, could I take you to dinner tonight? Oh, dinner? We don't have to do that. Why don't we let's meet up, have some coffee? That's not a bad thing. That's not her saying she's not interested in you. Just the opposite.
Welcome to another day of the RADnetwork.com. It's like Groundhog Day, but each day just gets worse and worse. Don't believe me? Stick around for today's live episode of America's RAD Cast, beginning in mere minutes.
America's RAD Cast continues next, only on the RADnetwork.com.
It's that time of the year again, spring cleaning time. Much like New Year's resolutions, spring cleaning is something we swear we're going to get to and then we never follow through on. And one of the reasons is how overwhelming it can be. You start to clean up, and then pretty soon you realize you have way more trash than you can just throw into your bins and put at the curb for the garbage company. You have enough junk that you need to make a half dozen trips to the dump, and then you go, oh, we don't even own a truck. Nor do you have the time or the energy, so you just say screw it again and no spring cleaning. So this year, call my man Corey from QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is spelled wrong on purpose. It makes him stand out. Plus, it makes you think of chocolate milk. QUIK Dumpsters.com. Quick Dumpsters, QUIK Dumpsters.com is their website. Corey and his team came to my house recently, hauled away dozens of boxes filled with just stone-cold trash, unusable and worthless old vacuum cleaners, appliances that couldn't be fixed, and just random crap from around the house. QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is QUIK. We're in and out of my place in less than 30 minutes. They checked in with me multiple times to make sure they were taking the right stuff. They were friendly, kind, professional, and finished off the job by making the house cleaner than when they started. And this may be the best part. Quotes are free, and you don't even have to have them over to your house where you get the little sales pitch and all that. Just send them some pics or videos. You get your price, schedule your day and time, and you watch someone else get that junk out of your house. Basically, you have no excuses other than your own laziness. Go to QuickDumpsters.com. That's QUIK Dumpsters. QuickDumpsters.com. Quick, QUIK Dumpsters.com. Longtime maggots will remember Greg from MAP. MAP, as in Maximum Athletic Performance, which guides you to better output through better ingredients, also known as nutrition. Greg has been on the RAD Show many times and will be again, as he simplifies nutrition and helps us all understand what actually works when it comes to fueling our bodies, almost all of which can be found at maptrition.com. Every product is formulated with clinical precision and backed by science and purpose, and maptrition.com has something for every fitness level, even those of us who barely have a fitness level. With nearly 20 years as a nutritionist and a specialization in sports nutrition, Greg works with athletes and everyday individuals to optimize performance, energy, and overall health through smarter fueling strategies, all of which starts at maptrition.com. At the very least, we should all be taking daily multivitamins, and Greg has his formulated for exactly what a man or woman's body needs. Protein is in, but maybe instead of getting yours from mac and cheese with extra protein, you get it from maptrition.com. And of course, all things things workout, training, and exercise are available as well. From pre-workout to creatine and other muscle builders to recovery supplements and more, all at maptrition.com. From morning breakfast essentials to post-workout recovery and everything in between, maptrition.com's full range of supplements, proteins, and wellness products are built to power your journey from start to finish. Check out all the products and find what's right for you and order it shipped to you all at maptrition.com. That's maptrition.com.
Have you asked yourself if a turtle has no shell, is he naked, homeless, or both? No? Good. Then other than enjoying this show, you're not completely insane. Back to America's RAD Cast.
Good morning. It's a brand new day. Listen to us live or watch the stream. Morning radio vibes, Rad's got exactly what you need. Every morning, Rad is here, all for you, year after year. We are the RAD Cast. Come enjoy your morning at last. Good morning. This is the RAD Cast.
Is that my cue?
That's your cue.
You know, it only took us 6 months and just under $1 million to have that made. It was so
Seriously.
worth it. And get this, we can only play it once. It was a one-time licensing fee. So hope you enjoyed it. Welcome to the show. I think I just heard in the Midtown studio, Jeff and Dee, Jeff administering some really great mentoring and advice. So, before we go on the air, Jeff has to make sure he can hear everybody's microphones.
Yes.
Okay. And so Dee's doing her thing, her vibing, her energy, and I hear her. I don't see her, and she's, and all of a sudden I hear her say, "Are you ready to rock?" and Jeff says, if I have my headphones on and your lips are moving, I can't hear you. So he moves his. I'm gathering. He moved his headphone off, and Dee said, "No, are you ready to rock?" And Jeff says, "I'm ready to rock." I have my half-eaten bagel, and then Jeff says, "Ooh, talk again," because he needs to get a level for Dee. And so Dee talks again, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I can hear you. Your microphone sounds good." And Dee said something like, "I have to talk so loud or express myself when I talk in the microphone." And Jeff.
Oh yes, now I remember. I'm like, what advice did I give?
I feel like I'm screaming.
He says to her, "That's broadcasting." Wow. Thank you. That is. Now later he followed up and he added in, "You can't talk softly into a microphone," or something like that. Yeah. But I was still laughing at, that's broadcasting. The matter of fact, condescending yet helpful way of saying, get over it, deal with it, project your voice.
Yeah, right.
It was sage advice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I try to get to the point. Right before, especially when we're about to go live. But no, I mean, a lot of times when she's like, "Oh, I'm just got a quiet voice," I'm like, "Well, that doesn't work. You got to talk louder."
But I also tell you sometimes, like, you're screaming, bro. Like you're talking so loud. And yes, I'm trying to work on my voice.
Jeff screams?
No,
not on the mic.
My hearing, not on the mic.
Like when we're here, like
he
sometimes
scream,
just here.
but he's just
studio.
like drilling holes and random shit, and it's like, "Yeah, Dee, let's do this and do that." And I'm like, "Okay, you're yelling." Like that's I just don't like too loud of voices. So.
Well, that is kind of if you're doing manual manly labor, it's some type of rule. You have to raise your voice, even if you're not running any of the tools. Hey, can you get me a Phillips head?
Right.
Yeah, right next to you.
Gotcha.
Let's get started. What a day. We got Greg from Maptrition. He'll be here in about an hour. Maptrition.com. If you got any questions for him, it's radcast at theradnetwork.com. You can go to theradnetwork.com, go to the lower right-handed part of the page, go down to the Radvertisers page, and find Greg from Maptrition. We got some emails from you, some questions from me, and a bunch of health reports and such that we'll get to. We'll start with food news today.
Food brings the people together, both in good times and in bad weather. Sharing a meal, sharing a laugh, raise a glass, it's a simple pleasure we all have. Food, oh glorious food, it nourishes my soul and mood. We're now serving food news.
Food news is news about food, and ironically, it is brought to us by Maptrition at maptrition.com. Maybe I'll save all these stories today and get some quick hit reactions from Greg as to whether or not any of this is what we should be putting into our body. I'll begin with this. Who was it? Somebody recently, they changed just their packaging. They changed nothing else. They just made the can cooler or the box cooler. They literally changed nothing. Okay, I get it.
Sounds familiar, but yeah, I can't remember
and
either.
then you want to mix it up or whatever. Okay, this story, 7-Up is changing its recipe for the first time in 15 years, and the new version is already hitting stores. The can's going to be a little different, but the main thing is you will no longer see lemon lime soda as the descriptor for 7-Up rather, although you can buy it at 7-Eleven.
Probably.
It is now lime lemon soda.
What?
I don't know. Yeah.
I like lemon lime better.
The company says, quote, by giving lime the spotlight, we're delivering a more refreshing taste experience, and they're doing it on all of their stuff. Everything's going to be lime forward. Including zero sugar, cherry 7-Up, cherry zero, everything a little more lime forward, says. And that's because 3 out of 4 Gen A's and Gen Z's consumers gravitate towards citrus flavored sodas or flavors, and they prefer bold, intense experiences. So 7-Up wanted to punch it up.
So is this like the new 7-Up, or like a different strain, like you could say, or is it like they're changing their whole recipe?
So I was wondering, is there going to be lime lemon next to lemon lime?
Right.
The way I'm reading it is, and I don't know if you're alluding to this, but you use that fatal phrase, is this new Coke?
Right, exactly. That's what I was going to say, yeah.
It sounds to me like new 7-Up. The way they're phrasing it is it won't be alongside. They're going to change all the merchandising, and here's what it did. One social media influencer who got an early can tested the new and old recipes side by side. And if you can't trust an influencer, come on, who can you? Said it's a very subtle change, and in fact, if you weren't trying them back to back, you wouldn't even notice. She did taste them side by side. Said the new version has a limier smell, but added there's slightly more lime zest flavor. It seems slightly less sweet, but it's barely noticeable. Okay.
Yeah, they're just rebranding. They're just putting a whole new package out there.
Right. I think it's dangerous.
Lemon
Really
lime,
is.
lime lemon.
I don't see where the risk reward factor is.
Not to
where
me, yeah.
of going to all this trouble to say lime lemon, which forces people to then think, oh, my 7-Up's going to taste different, and then you have the psychosomatic response of it tastes different, other than this influencer who says it's very subtle or some. I don't see the point of. I really don't.
Change is going to be noticeable. I mean, like, for people who drink 7-Up on a regular basis, I mean, I'm not sure if are their numbers hurting so much where they really have to do something like this, where they have to get a lot of new drinkers instead of just. I mean, I drink 7-Up rarely, but I still do.
Ooh, the cherry 7-Up's so good, but yeah.
I don't know about 7-Up specific. I know Sprite is exploded. It's just Sprite's having its moment. Maybe that's what 7-Up is doing. They're just out of desperation. But I can't imagine they're quote hurting that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you're I don't know. It's a very strange story with nothing. There's like no payoff. I thought there would be a payoff. Like you said, are they introducing a new line of flavors? Is there a trip to Lime Island? I don't know. It didn't.
It all gets confusing between Sierra Mist, 7-Up, Sprite, Starry. Like, they're all pretty much the same thing.
Which one's Sierra Mist?
I mean, I think they got rid of Sierra Mist and they went to Starry, I
right?
think.
Yeah.
I think it's Pepsi, but I don't know. I'm not quite positive, but it's,
They're all in either green or yellow cans. That's what I know. And you mentioned Squirt and Slice.
Oh, Squirt and
Those
Slice too, right? Yeah.
Those are adjacent, right? You have to, even though they're grapefruit, you have to adjacent them to the citrus sodas, and it gets more and more confusing and worse of trying to figure out which ones and which. I like Sprite. I don't want 7-Up less sweet, by the way, which they said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's perfect the way it is. I don't need it less sweet. But we'll see. It's coming out now. Look for lime lemon on your 7-Up cans.
Okay.
Next up is Doritos, who has the late night loaded taco flavor, which has achieved fan favorite status. Stoners. Okay.
Yeah.
please, with a combination of seasoned. All these flavors in a chip thing. I just seasoned beef, cheddar cheese, tomatoes, and sour cream in every crunchy bite. If I want that, I'm just gonna put Doritos on a plate and put seasoned beef and cheddar cheese and tomatoes on them. I don't.
Same.
These super duper flavored ones, they don't land for me. And now, in some type of stretch, Doritos is teaming up with F1 Formula One to create a flavor.
Hell yeah. Fast. It's going to be
Right?
Yeah.
What,
Oh, is that-
it's
it's
called.
Too fast.
What
and
is it?
furious.
It's their
Chimichurri?
head-to-head thing, right? It's so
Oh.
they put two flavors head-to-head or something. This is the chimichurri lime flavor is the new one. They already have the late night one, which this is chimichurri lime with his of the blend of the spice with the zesty combination of peppers, garlic, and lime juice. Okay. I don't. The chips that have all like even sour cream and onion and sea salt and vinegar, that's enough. I don't need more flavors added into my chip. And I don't ever get these flavors that I'm allegedly supposed to be tasting. They might be good, but I don't necessarily go, oh no, chimichurri. Like you can put chimichurri sauce in a chip.
But there's 2 in 1 pack, so like it's a grab bag, so you might get a taco one or you might get a chimichurri one. Is that what's happening here?
That is a good question.
No, are they
Is that what they're
smashing the
doing?
flavors together?
Yeah.
Because
It's like
they're
this.
calling it the head-to-head, and it looks like it's the same flavors in the bag, and
So
they're
they're all gonna
rebranding.
meld together.
Every bag contains a mix,
Okay.
of both late-night loaded
okay.
tacos and
Good
the
old
new
hodgepodge.
chimichurri.
Yeah.
So
lime
these are
Doritos.
the people who I didn't like the kids I didn't like who used to mix like their Doritos already, and then like you used to get like a bowl, but they were like one of these, and one of these. There was parties I was like, no, thank you.
all in the same bowl.
Yeah, like they were just trying to make it like more festive. I don't know. But I
Like,
was like,
wait, so like Doritos and Cool Ranch all in the same bowl?
nacho cheese,
Oh,
Cool Ranch. They throw it all in one. It's like like Dee was saying, like a hodgepodge of Dorito chips. And I'm like, you're grabbing them and you're like, whoa, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just
they're
gonna
all,
pick
all
it.
the flavors are gonna meld
Probably have little
together.
kids probably just like throwing the ones they don't like back into the bowl.
yeah. Or like Dee said, they cancel each other out, and you're just getting the salt. I don't. Yeah. But now, do you have the same? Like, I think you're a borderline psychotic if you eat like a handful of Skittles, all the colors at once, because they are different flavors.
No, I
don't-
could do a bunch of different flavors, sure.
I just eat my favorite
Yeah.
flavors. Yeah.
I like the mixture of them, sure.
No. they
Maybe
should
not all
be-
the time, but I do like the
Red,
surprise, yeah.
Green.
I am not the psycho one here. They should be separated out very methodically. Yes. And the
like
exact same
that.
number. 5 lemons and then 5 limes if you're eating 5. And then orange, you take 5 orange, you throw those in the garbage.
Yep.
And then
yes. Yes. The orange are
5
the
red.
worst.
they're terrible. When I get a bag of Skittles, because I still have my candy wall in the living room. And when I get a big old bag of candy to put into the candy jar, one of my projects is open up the shareable bag of Skittles, dump it out into a bowl, and take every orange one and throw them away.
Oh yeah, no
I don't want
orange.
'em.
I don't like the
No.
grape either. I don't like grape.
That takes all the
See, I
fun
love
out of
the
this,
grape.
where you just put the Skittles in your hand and go like
No,
that.
ugh,
Yeah, that's-
No, you're psychotic.
Maybe
That's wrong.
cringe.
That's just wrong. They're not nuts. Like mixed nuts, you can do that with because they all blend basically together, even though each nut has its own, distinct flavor. You should not Skittles just pop. And what kind of hedonistic borderline cannibal are you that you're
Yeah.
just mushing all of these
I like 'em
flavors
all,
into your
yeah.
mouth? Well, that's fine. Enjoy
And I
them
like a
as they
mix
are.
too.
Yeah, you're tasting the rainbow for sure.
What are you in the army? This is what my dad taught me. Back when he was in the Korean War and the food was so bad, you got your tray and you just mixed it all up because you hoped that you would actually get it down. Is that what you're doing with your Skittles? And you can mix it all up.
Cruel. Yeah.
Right, because you're not
Good.
enjoying it.
Skittles. I don't
No.
eat Skittles that often anymore because they're kind of correct to me. But no, I can eat all the colors. I can eat them mixed. I guess I just have a very sophisticated palate.
No,
Sophisticated.
no. In fact, you know what?
I guess you guys
See,
can learn something from me.
we could test your little palate. So we'll blind you. We'll not blind you. We'll blind you permanently.
We need his eyes. We need his eyes.
That seems a little extreme.
I'm
Blind
colorblind
taste-
already. Doesn't matter if I'm.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we give you like an inordinate amount of one color, but we give you all the colors and we ask you to identify the predominant color and see how many times you can do it.
See, that's the thing. I don't think that's not my bag. I just like to eat. I have a palate that likes them all together. It just is. It's very welcoming, I guess you could say. Yeah, I could throw out, no worries. I don't have to sort them out and then throw them away.
They changed the lime to green apple though for Skittles, and they're delicious.
No, reverse that.
Didn't
It
they do
used
that?
to be, it was lime originally, then they went to green apple, now they're back
It's
to lime.
back to lime. I haven't had
Yes,
them in a while.
and thank God, by the way,
I like
green
the green
apple.
apple ones. They were good.
Gross. I used to have to throw away 2 colors. I was almost not worth it to get Skittles. I had to throw away the green and the orange, but now I can only throw away. I only have to throw away the orange. So Jeff, are you a big fan then of bowls because you got all the flavors at once?
No. As far as
You're
like
not
candy in a,
making-
like Skittles in a bowl, I don't even know if
No,
I've
no,
seen
I'm sorry,
Skittles in
sorry.
a bowl.
My bad. Like KFC bowls, Chipotle bowls, where
No,
the
I'm
idea
not.
being you're getting all of the flavors in one. You're not being consistent here, young
No,
man. You're
candy
really
is
annoying.
different than like noodles, chicken, rice. Like that's a little different to me, to this sophisticated palate over here.
Oh, good lord.
My
We'll get him a
sophisticated
kids
Skittles
meal
palate.
for our family dinner.
Your advanced Skittles palate is enjoying all the flavors at once. Why wouldn't you do that then with other forms? That's like pizza, right? You enjoy all the flavors at once. So why aren't you doing that more often with everything? Because
I mean, I can
Skittles-
make some stuff, but no, I'm not the kind of person who like mixes their stuff too much or eats a lot of mixtures of bowls and different meats
Oh, I
together and
love
stuff like that. I don't do that.
Teriyaki
Well, you
bowl.
shouldn't be doing it with Skittles.
Well,
I just
KFC
I don't understand.
bowl.
I'll work on-
there's
I'll
Chipotle
work on
bowl.
that.
There's so many
You
bowls.
won't. We'll not work on it.
I'll work
We'll
on,
not
on
work
my
on it.
Skittle OCD.
No, out of spite tonight, you will buy Skittles on the way home, and you'll sit on the sofa next to your wife and go, "Watch this. Hey, you want to film me? Here, send this over to Rob. I'm gonna eat all the
Yeah,
Skittles
man,
at once."
you're just giving me good ideas now.
Seriously.
Speaking of pizza,
I didn't know.
I can't believe it
I
took
didn't know what
how
I was
many
going to do
decades.
tonight, but now I know.
Well, now you know. Yeah. I can't believe it took decades for this, but Domino's has finally decided to make a pizza that's shaped like a domino. Wow,
Wow.
Hey.
that's
Square?
like it's like a domino. It's a rectangle.
Yeah.
But how do you not think of this? But over 40 years, it's the personal pizza made of 2 square slices that form a domino pizza shaped pizza. That's it. That's the announcement. There's nothing else.
Looks a little deep
You get it.
dish. Looks a little more deep dish than normal. Maybe.
Well, you know them and their Detroit style.
Detroit.
These are like type of things I always say. Like I want to be in some of these marketing meetings because I know these meetings. I know how they exist. And you go in, you have a meeting at 10 a.m. and someone's gonna come in with a presentation. They're like, "Let's make a pizza into a domino." And I just sometimes would like to be a fly on the wall a little bit and just see what people's reaction, because this one, like you said, it's like doesn't seem too far off. It should have already been thought of. But now, Domino likes to mix it up.
No, seriously. If I'm in that marketing meeting, I'm probably like dropping my pen, going, "Have we really never done this? Like
Right.
we've never done a pizza that looks like a domino. This makes no sense." Give Bradley a raise, of course. I mean, I don't know if it's any good or if it's gonna sell, but it just seems so.
I think
obvious.
they should arrange the toppings to look like a Domino's. They should only have certain amounts of pepperoni or things to look like a domino.
I certainly agree. This is very 2026 in the sense of they finally came up with the idea. We'll make a domino pizza that's shaped like a domino, and that's it. No further effort. Because you're right. They could have done so much more with it. It's just a regular pizza that you get in the shape of a domino rather than the exclusive domino pizza. And you could put the dots on it, could be the pepperoni or
Yeah.
there's nothing. No try.
No.
It's not like we were talking yesterday about try hard. This is like the anti-try hard.
Right.
No try. Somebody walks in with a 30-year-old idea that they probably found on like the cutting room floor of the break room.
Seriously.
Somebody proposed it back in 1988 and they went, "Well, that's a really good idea. I can't believe they did this." And then you get a pizza shaped like a domino.
Looks good,
Like a
though.
rectangle, and the box is more like a domino, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah.
Wendy's has lost its competitive edge as customers continue to drift away, having to make more and more hard choices about their fast food prices, but also quality. Wendy's has long been America's second largest burger chain by sales, but it has now been replaced by
In-N-Out.
Burger King.
No, Burger King.
No.
National. Yes.
Sorry,
Burger
you're not
King
national
is
yet. Oh.
Burger King is back where it was. It used to be way back in the day. It was McDonald's, Burger King. That was it. Everybody else, Wendy's, they were like too small. Wendy's, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box. Now it's back to Burger King is just on a roll with this new. You're the customer. We fired the king. If we make your Whopper wrong, we're going to bring you another one. There's an interesting campaign. How about you don't make it wrong? Thank you. But it's working. So Wendy's, year to year, for the second quarter of this year, they saw same store sales decline by 7%, while Burger King saw their sales go up by 9%.
Get it?
Basic correlation. No Wendy's, we go back to Burger King, and Burger King is now number 2 as Wendy's scrambles to figure out how to get back there.
I love it. My dad used to always say, like at the house, like if I wanted something specially made, he'd be like, "It's not Burger King. You can't have it your way." And I was like, "That's like, in my head." Now I love Burger King so much. So
And it really looked bad for Burger King. Like 5-10 years ago, it was. They're not going to make it.
dismal for sure.
I've been waiting for one to
around.
come by my more closer to my house.
Chicken
but,
fries.
yeah,
Oh, they
I can't-
they closed the one I think that was near my house.
Oh,
Yeah, they just I just love Burger King. A Whopper Junior, nothing like it.
I would just prefer if they didn't use gray jalapenos on their chicken jalapeno sandwich. That was very jarring for me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while before I can do Burger King again, but I'll give them another chance. Back to Panda Express. Did we not talk about, because you guys are the Panda Express people, and they had new stuff, and I know we talked about refreshers and energizers and junk, and they claim this is new this morning, the Panda Express strawberry dragon fruit flavor. I don't know. Seems like everybody has these things. The new drink mixes the flavors of bright strawberries and sweet, creamy dragon fruit, and the drink is hot pink. I mean, how could you go wrong?
Okay.
It joins other existing tropical panda-crafted beverages, including peach lychee, pomegranate pineapple, and watermelon mango. Yeah. And
I
it's
love
pink.
lychee. I love watermelon.
I wonder if their
I
drinks-
love mango.
Have you ever got a large drink at Panda Express?
No,
It's
never.
huge. It's like this tall.
Is this in your cup
Yes.
holder?
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna be like the same thing. I can't. It's
That looks
super large.
giant.
Yeah.
Like, are they doing like 64 ounces? Or
Something. I don't know. I didn't ask the ounces, but it's huge. Go get one. When they give it to you through the window, you're like, let me roll my window down more. Hold on
We
one
talked
second.
about those little stuffed animals. There's a little the little boxes, the mystery boxes they're giving away,
Pee-pee.
or
The pee-pee.
Pay-way.
Pee-pee. It's
Pay-way.
pay-pay.
Pay.
The panda's name is Pay-Pay, not Pee-Pee, you child.
I honestly thought it was pee. So I wasn't trying. That was
a
not. Even,
kid. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna get the little mystery box and one of these giant bevies. Looks delicious.
Well, now I want to see how big is the pee-pee next to the refresher.
You'll see it in my hands. Yep, you'll see. I'll do a video.
yeah, I mean these refreshers are popular. A lot of people are getting them, and I feel like they're just expensive too. So like people have they're they're $6, $7, $8 stuff like that. So I mean for a sugar drink, So but I mean they're definitely every fast food place is
They
doing
are,
it.
and we determined, I believe, earlier the difference between a refresher and an energizer is the latter has caffeine,
Yeah.
whereas the refresher is just a refreshing beverage.
Right.
$7
Yeah.
Beverage.
with a bunch of flavors mixed in.
Yeah.
All right, last one. This has gone viral. A Dairy Queen employee has shared how they transformed the chain's typical sundae into a Reese's Lover's Dream. This is one of those secret menu items that you can order from Dairy Queen. And a Dairy Queen employee has launched a viral video where they show you start by filling a medium milkshake cup with a layer of chocolate sauce. You put a few pumps of liquid peanut butter topping in it, add a scoop of chopped peanut butter cups, and then a portion of vanilla soft serve. You repeat that twice, right to the brim, and then you put your lid on it, and you have a Reese's sundae at Dairy Queen. But it's not on the menu,
Okay.
so you have to know how to ask them to make it, and then here's what they suggest. First of all, since it's not on the menu, not every employee even knows what it is. You have employees that come and go, and there's new employees, etc. I love this. Allrecipes.com says if you want to try it as it's seen online, you take this video that's gone viral that we're showing, and you go into a DQ at a less busy time and show them how to make it. Really?
Yeah.
Right.
that's
No, I knew that was
Really?
coming. It's kind of sad, but yeah, I've seen people kind of like bringing their phones in to show people stuff, but they just need to know how to make them.
That's excessive, though.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
Pretty good looking,
it's
though.
off menu for a reason. It's not gonna like, let me teach you how to make this new beverage or this new freezy thing. I want some caramel up in there. It looks good. I ain't mad at it, but I'm not gonna tax someone's time and be like, make this special drink for me.
Just visual. This is a me thing, I guess. This visual of me walking into a Dairy Queen with my phone and pressing play. Can you make this?
Right.
It just seems so weird.
Not happening.
I do like they suggest you do it at a slower time, so you're not inconveniencing others with your cell phone video.
What are their
And plus-
busy times, though? How do you know a slow time? The morning?
And how are you supposed to control your craving for their less busy time? Whatever they're busy, I really want one now. Oh, I can't go because I have to show them a video. Well, what if the employee already knows how to make it too? Because it's a hidden menu item, but a lot of people know how to make it. So you start showing them the video, like, dude, I know how to make it, man. I've worked here for 6 years.
Looks good.
I watched a documentary on Dairy Queen last night.
Really?
When I was going to bed, yeah.
Was it Netflix?
No, probably YouTube.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Was there anything of note or interesting?
One thing that's a note. Do you know what Dairy Queen used to be called before this? It was a surprise for me. They transferred from another name.
No.
That was a battle between them and the last company we were talking about, Burger King. They used to be called Burger Queen.
Oh.
And at some point, I can't remember the decade, but they transitioned to more of these great Sundays and stuff like that. So they changed their name to Dairy Queen instead of Burger Queen.
I like it.
Fact for the day.
I
Thank you.
like it.
They should have gone to Dairy King. Just to
Yeah,
screw
you're
with
right.
Burger King.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they should have.
America's RADcast
Queens at
continues
Bella.
next, only on the RADnetwork.com.
It's that time of the year again, spring cleaning time. Much like New Year's resolutions, spring cleaning is something we swear we're going to get to and then we never follow through on. And one of the reasons is how overwhelming it can be. You start to clean up, and then pretty soon you realize you have way more trash than you can just throw into your bins and put at the curb for the garbage company. You have enough junk that you need to make a half dozen trips to the dump, and then you go, oh, we don't even own a truck. Nor do you have the time or the energy, so you just say screw it again and no spring cleaning. So this year, call my man Corey from QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is spelled wrong on purpose. It makes him stand out. Plus, it makes you think of chocolate milk. QUIK Dumpsters.com. Quick Dumpsters, QUIK Dumpsters.com is their website. Corey and his team came to my house recently, hauled away dozens of boxes filled with just stone cold trash, unusable and worthless old vacuum cleaners, appliances that couldn't be fixed, and just random crap from around the house. QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is QUIK. We're in and out of my place in less than 30 minutes. They checked in with me multiple times to make sure they were taking the right stuff. They were friendly, kind, professional, and finished off the job by making the house cleaner than when they started. And this may be the best part. Quotes are free, and you don't even have to have them over to your house where you get the little sales pitch and all that. Just send them some pics or videos. You get your price, schedule your day and time, and you watch someone else get that junk out of your house. Basically, you have no excuses other than your own laziness. Go to QuickDumpsters.com. That's QUIK Dumpsters. QuickDumpsters.com. Quick, QUIK Dumpsters.com. Longtime maggots will remember Greg from MAP. MAP, as in Maximum Athletic Performance, which guides you to better output through better ingredients, also known as nutrition. Greg has been on the RAD Show many times and will be again, as he simplifies nutrition and helps us all understand what actually works when it comes to fueling our bodies, almost all of which can be found at maptrition.com. Every product is formulated with clinical precision and backed by science and purpose, and maptrition.com has something for every fitness level, even those of us who barely have a fitness level. With nearly 20 years as a nutritionist and a specialization in sports nutrition, Greg works with athletes and everyday individuals to optimize performance, energy, and overall health through smarter fueling strategies, all of which starts at maptrition.com. At the very least, we should all be taking daily multivitamins, and Greg has his formulated for exactly what a man or woman's body needs. Protein is in, but maybe instead of getting yours from mac and cheese with extra protein, you get it from maptrition.com. And of course, all things workout, training, and exercise are available as well. From pre-workout to creatine and other muscle builders to recovery supplements and more, all at maptrition.com. From morning breakfast essentials to post-workout recovery and everything in between, maptrition.com's full range of supplements, proteins, and wellness products are built to power your journey from start to finish. Check out all the products and find what's right for you and order it shipped to you all at maptrition.com. That's maptrition.com.
Have you asked yourself, if a turtle has no shell, is he naked, homeless, or both? No? Good. Then other than enjoying this show, you're not completely insane. Back to America's RAD Cast.
Got this email, radcast at theradnetwork.com. We were doing food news. This note came in from Dave. We're talking about Doritos has their late night taco flavor, and now they're doing a head-to-head F1 combo where you get the late night taco flavor, which is a chip that tastes like ground beef and tortillas and stuff, and it's in the same bag as the chimichurri lime Doritos, which led us to the discussion of meshing up flavors and eating simultaneous flavors in your mouth, and how many is too many, and Jeff's psychotic thing of eating Skittles by the handful, which is wrong. And how people combine flavors and in some cases mix out on all the flavors, or they all mesh together, etc. Dave's note was fairly simple. The late night taco flavor is okay. That's the ground beef one. But the garlic parm Doritos are awesome. Okay. I'm sure some of them are great. What's the one in the yellow? Oh, the sriracha Doritos.
Those are good. Yeah, those are really good.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. A lot of these things, they go too far with the flavor, like I was saying earlier, and I'm just like, nom, 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 nom. Do I taste ground beef and tomato and onion all in this chip? No, I really don't. I don't know what I'm tasting, but we'll give the late nights Doritos mashup thing
I'll give them a try, yeah. I want to put actual ground beef and tomatoes on it. I'm going to make my own nachos with them.
You gotta double it up?
Yeah, double it up.
Okay, but you gotta try the chip alone
Both,
first.
yeah.
Okay, all right. And then, it's like, well, duh, of course it tastes like ground beef. You put ground beef on it. So we got to taste it alone. It's Tuesday morning, August 11th of 2026. Today is National Foo-Foo Day. So whatever you think is foo-foo, celebrate it. Like, that's fancy bougie stuff, isn't it? Foo-foo?
Oh,
I
a
guess,
little bunny
yeah.
foo-foo. That's what I thought. Little bunny foo-foo walking through.
Is that a
Is that,
character?
That's a song.
Yeah, but is it like based off a
It's a
character?
child's like nursery rhyme. It's a little bunny. It's cute. It's a little foo-foo.
I've heard of it, but yeah.
I
mean, different than...
I like the indignation that Dee said, it's a song. I'm supposed to know. I don't know what the foo-foo, the bunny? What, the bunny
I don't
foo-foo?
know. I'll look it up. Yeah. It's a song, but I don't know what
I
foo-foo
thought
day means.
it's one of those throwaway days where I thought, well, I don't need to look up this. It means like you're being foo-foo. Like I want to go to a foo-foo restaurant. Isn't that like bougie?
I don't know.
I don't know
I don't
either.
associate foo-foo with bougie.
I mean, I kind of do, I guess. I mean, something, yeah, that you would say is... I mean...
Right.
I don't know. I think it's a little bit more than that, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So I mean, if I went to a restaurant last night, Jeff hasn't been to the restaurant, and I say, yeah, it's a little foo-foo. That wouldn't make sense.
No,
It would be
I would think bougie. Yeah, in that context. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Huh.
So
There's
whatever.
Lots of meanings. I don't know.
Yeah.
See?
I mean,
Clear.
the song, though, is based off of probably a bunny that is hecka bougie.
He was
I would
walking through the
assume.
forest.
Super
Yeah, it was
super
really
bougie
sad.
bunny.
No, it was really sad. Maybe he got made into a rabbit pelt, and that's what happened, I think, at the end of the song. But
Was it a designer rabbit pelt? Because there was the foo-foo.
there we go.
Also, I didn't want to look up the history of this day. National Face Mask Day. I don't know if it existed before COVID. I don't want to hear about it. That's today as well. Also, it's Mountain Day, which is a day to invite everyone to appreciate the majestic peaks and natural sanctuaries that grace our planet. Do like Jeff. Take a 4-hour drive to South Dakota so that you can look at Mount Rushmore for 3 minutes and go, all right, we can go now. There's nothing around here, but we can go now.
I love mountains.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, no, they're cool. And they're nice little atmosphere, and it's good to look at, or maybe drive through if you have the time. I mean, going through the Black Hills, which is a lot of mountains, going to South Dakota or to the Mount Rushmore, we got stopped by like bison herds. So our like 4-hour trip turned into like a 6-hour trip.
That's cool.
So, I mean, it's cool for like 2 seconds. It's
No.
cool because you're like, look at this huge bison. And it's like so cool until you're sitting there like waiting for all of them to get across this highway that they're blocking.
Come on, bison.
Yeah.
Hurry
I
up.
love that.
And again, like going to Mount Rushmore again, it's amazing. But about 3 minutes in, you're like, is there anything else? Like, is there any one other thing I could look at now?
Is there a show? Do they?
Right.
Do they? Is it like the Bellagio? Is there a water thing at the top of the hour?
Do their mouths open? Like, do
Where's
they
the water
have a
feature?
The Chuck E. Cheese animatronic thing? Anything? 407 years. Nothing. I actually thought the Black Hills was more majestic driving through it.
Yeah.
I did not have the bison experience. See, that to me would just be all part of it. Although I guess sure, if it's a 2-hour delay, it's probably more than you needed.
Driving from Sacramento to Reno, Tahoe, North Lake, South Lake, those are the most beautiful mountains ever. So I love the mountains. No matter how many times I see them, they're gorgeous.
Do you get blocked by any bison?
No.
Okay.
No.
Now, the opposite of that, say, and in keeping it in the same region, is driving from Reno to Las Vegas, which is just barren, flat awfulness. And the thing, instead of bison, is you get wild horses, but you get wild donkeys that are along the road and have like no fear. Not to the point where they're like deer and getting run over, but they'll just stand right there and they're not friendly. So that's the difference.
I'd be excited to pet one.
The Black Hills and the bison, the sage desert of Nevada and donkeys. Great, thanks. Today, it's Hip Hop Day, marking the genre's legendary birth in the Bronx. To celebrate hip hop, of course, every year we go out and they ask who are the most popular rap and hip hop music artists of all time. So they're not doing it based on sales. That would be legitimate popularity. This is what people say. Their favorite. They mean favorite by most popular. So favorite / best / hip. They got 20. Some of these are not hip hop artists. I have an issue with some of these. That'll be my hint for you. Let's see if we can name all of them. I have the list, so I can't participate. There's 20 of them. How many can we name? D, give me a hip hop artist.
Oh no.
Jay-Z.
All right, there's one on the list, I think. Did he even make the top 20? That's interesting. All right, what about you?
I'll go with Eminem.
Yeah.
That's a
Eminem.
easy one to get off the list.
Okay. Eminem, #1 most popular rapper in America today. Not by a large, but now there's two different ways they cover this. First of all, do you know who they are? That's that Q score thing. 94% of people. Who's the 6% old people that don't know who Eminem is? Positive rating, 56%. That's as high as you get. Hip hop artists are very polarizing. So Eminem made the list. By the way, Jay-Z did not even make the list, which is hysterical. As a most popular or favorite rapper, hip hop artist.
Yeah, he hasn't done music in so long now. I mean, I know he's doing his enterprise business stuff, but I don't think he's done much music.
He's moguling now.
So did we say alive? Sorry,
alive.
It'd have to be alive, right? Like these people have to be alive.
Sorry, I'm like, wait a minute. Let's see.
That's a good one.
Alive was a rock band in the late 90s. What is he talking about? Dead or alive? Dead or alive.
Okay. All right.
Which leads to the ultimate, of course, which is he? Tupac was 9th on the list of favorite rappers or hip hop stars. Now,
Biggie.
One that's not a rapper. Pharrell does not need to be on this list.
No.
Oh, is he on there? Yeah.
God.
I mean, he's definitely been considered a hip hop artist for a while though. So, and then I think he just does his producing. He produces a lot of music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Pharrell, because you're happy, and he's a producer, and he's a great producer. But I just don't know that. Like if this was an industry poll, that would make sense. But just people saying Pharrell,
he put himself on enough records, like I think, to make himself relevant. And then now he's still in the music industry and doing well. So I think it makes sense that it makes sense that he's on there. It wouldn't be on my top, not 10 or 20, but you know.
No, and nor another artist that I love. I love this artist, but not hip hop. Jelly Roll as a hip hop artist? Come on. No.
Yeah.
He was 20th, but still, no.
He's a lot more relevant now, obviously, but
Kanye?
Yes, and
but he's not hip hop. Kanye, yes. Now there's a name that we should have on the list here as one of the best. You can say, yay, Kanye. No, not in the top 20.
I didn't think he was going to be on there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Is that because it's this year's list and he's lost so much stock? Do you think, Jeff? Is that what you were thinking?
Also, same thing. Like he hasn't. I know he's tried to do different music, but it hasn't been as, let's just call it mainstream or popular as his early hits, College Dropout, stuff like that. And then he's not producing. He's more just famous for being famous right now. You know, and he does his shoes, and I know he still produces music, or I'm not sure where or if people work with him. But yeah, I'm not surprised he's not on the list.
But another casualty of this year's list and the changing times. 2 years ago, he was in the top 5 and always has been. Diddy, nowhere in.
Yeah.
You won't say that one.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg needs to be
Snoop
up there.
Dogg. I mean, come on. It's not even a list if Snoop Dogg's not on here, right? I don't think it's a list. You got to be kidding me.
Really?
He's not on it. This is a YouGov poll. This is a legit. How is Snoop? Wait a minute. Eminem. That's not Snoop Dogg. That's not. No. Oh my God. All right. Well, the list is stupid now officially.
Yeah. Now we're kind of thrown off.
Kid Cudi.
Yeah, I don't even know any like the more popular artists.
Right. All right. They say Eminem. Then Ice Cube was second.
Okay.
In terms of popular favorite rap artist
That would have been
that
would have been one of my next guesses.
Would have got there right. Beastie Boys. Okay. Pharrell, we did that. Salt and Pepper, really? What is this? 1998? I mean, they were great, but okay.
That is true. Giving someone that's like one album, usually you need like 2-3 albums to really solidify yourself on that
not just
list.
like one hit song.
Right.
Yeah, they had 2 monsters, right? They had Snap and Power. That was it, and they were monsters in like not even the late 90s. It was like the early 90s. Okay. Run DMC finishes behind Salt and Pepper.
I have that on my list.
LL Cool J is 7th.
I would have got there, yeah.
Classic.
50 Cent, that would have been.
Yeah.
Tupac, we mentioned, and rounding out the top 10 is MC Hammer. Okay, so there's your 10.
Oh, Hammer
Hammer
time.
made it, huh?
Wow.
No Snoop Dogg, but MC Hammer.
That's crazy.
Right. Keep in mind as I read all of these, no Snoop Dogg, but
Right.
Outkast, Dr. Dre, Ludacris, 13.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like that.
Missy Elliott, okay. I mean,
I was a big Missy fan. That was like my time. Yeah, right in high school. Yep.
Yeah, good song.
Post Malone, 15th. Again, we're stretching.
Posty. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, amazing artist.
Yes.
I don't think of him as hip hop.
Yeah. He dabbles.
Kendrick Lamar, 16th. No,
Really?
Drake didn't make it.
And Kendrick is that far
I
down?
love
You would
Kendrick.
think he'd be a little higher up.
Yeah, he's 16th. Notorious B.I.G.,
I have that on
Wu
my
Tang
list.
Clan, Pitbull, 19th, and then Jelly Roll. That's a terrible.
Jelly Roll. Pitbull.
Finish it off with
Okay,
Pitbull and Jelly Roll.
Yeah, they should have stopped at 15 and added in, I don't know, Snoop Dogg at some point. How is that not on the
I want to
list?
know what music label created that list. It's like on the same, they're artists or something like that.
Also today, August 11th, is National Align Your Teeth Day to raise awareness about the importance of proper tooth alignment for overall dental health. Now, why is this important? Dental health, whatever. It's vanity. That's what we care about. Public surveys regarding least favorite or worst facial features commonly point to both men or women having bad teeth or mouth as the consistently ranked #1 thing for both men and women as a major detractor in polls.
You gotta wear the retainers for sure. I had braces in high school, and I stopped wearing the retainers, and they just start moving back.
I love that we've removed the shame of the braces, and now we've moved into is
Adult braces.
Visalign braces? Is that the same?
No,
thing?
they'll put them back into alignment.
The reason I love it is that I mean, braces back in my day as a kid, awful. You had the retainer and you saw like this, and you looked ugly, you know, those things. But then as an adult, oh my God, it was just unheard of. Now it's not only accepted, it's cheered, and it should be. There's nothing wrong with it. You wear braces for a couple years and you have this gorgeous smile afterwards. I like that we've destigmatized it. It's a good thing.
I
It's
agree.
like, no.
I agree.
So, what else for leaves? Okay, and then since your teeth, just to make you self-conscious today, since your teeth are awful, and that's the #1 thing the opposite sex thinks of you, 3,000 people were asked to name. Now, these are 3,000, I'm not kidding, self-identified shallow individuals, people like me, who who judge based on appearance. They in fact, they belong to a website, I'm not kidding, called beautifulpeople.com. You can't get on the website without being voted on by a panel of members to determine if you're good looking enough. That's how shallow. No, I'm not a member. That is how shallow they wouldn't take me. This website is. So 3,000 people who believe they're the beautiful people voted on the ugliest features someone can have. Here's what women said are the worst features men can have. We know bad mouth, bad teeth, number 1. Hey, darling. Being fat, overweight, or obese. Number 2. Yes, women are as shallow as men in terms. Well, these type of women who are shallow as men when it comes to, I don't want a tub of lard. I think women are more forgiving, right? The dad bod thing.
Yeah.
Third, I'm sorry. Wait. I was going to compare the two. That was first for men. So second for women is being overweight. For men, the worst feature a woman can have is you're fat. Whatever our definition is, because that does vary, right? Not everybody loves a petite girl. They can you see her ribs? Things like that. Not everybody believes that a big girl is obese, or that an obese girl is obese. Maybe an obese girl to them is just overweight, and they like that. So it does come down to how we would describe being overweight. Number 1 for men, number 2 for women, worst feature of the opposite sex. For women, fourth is bad skin. That's a new one for men. That a modern day thing for men that we have to not that it's bad, but we have to concern ourselves with our skin. It used to be, get outside, calluses, sun, good, get cancer, that's good for you. Now it's you want better features. You don't necessarily need to look like a catcher's mask or a catcher's mitt. By the time you're 40, I guess. I don't. What are the skin things that I know it because that's on the men's list too. That makes sense to me. Men want a women that's 4th on their list that has nice skin, soft, and our kind of thing. But what are women looking for in the skin of a man?
I don't know. I mean, obviously your skin's a little leathery. You play sports, or you're working outside. You're doing some construction. I think that's hot.
Right, I was thinking like they're not talking about acne, right? Like, are they talking about acne? Like people with like,
it does only say,
that's like more like high schoolish, but
having bad skin. I mean, I could be.
Maybe if you like pick at your skin and like you have like really, really bad, acne, and you pick at it and it's really gross.
Yeah, I mean, if you have dry skin too, I mean, you should be able to put some lotion on your body a little bit.
Yeah, moisturize.
And isn't that what a lot of the women are looking for? Is you care enough to at least notice that and do something about it? Yeah. As opposed to you're just itching all the time because of your meth addiction, which is something they might be on guard for. Those are the only ones that men and women share. Then everything else, here's what women say. Third on their list, worst attractive a man can have, you're too short to them. Whatever their height is, you're just sorry guys, you don't measure up. Whether you need to be as tall as them or taller.
There's short kings out there. Yeah, that's a thing. So well, whatever. There's some piggy broads.
But but that is a ironically high hurdle to jump right away. The third turnoff for women is you're too short. Not you're the wrong height. Just they attack you're too short. Right. So right away, every guy's going, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Do I have to be 6 feet? Is it 5'9"? What's too short?
Yeah.
It is kind of sad because obviously they can't really do much about it. We talked about the lifts or what's the knee surgeries or whatever they're going through now, the break the femur type of things.
Come on.
For a couple extra inches. But
others on the woman's list. These are worst features a man can have. Too much body hair.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
I mean, within reason, dudes. An ugly or crooked nose. Yeah, if you've lost one too many UFC fights, maybe. Bad hair or a bald spot. Yeah, just guys, let it go.
Do your thing.
Really, just
let it go.
It's okay. Bad posture. That was always a thing with broads. That's never gone away. Man, back growing up, like put your shoulders back, sit up straight, and tall. Yeah, be tall. Women don't like long or dirty fingernails on men.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
gross.
Come on,
Gross.
take the time while you're heading over to bite your nails off. That's how a good man does hygiene.
Seriously.
The hell was
Is that
that?
early?
No, that was mine.
Dr. Rob? Oh.
That was,
Jeff's just putting up
that's my
random
fat
I'm
fingers.
videos.
Get a pedicure, trim your nails, clean your nails. That's a big thing.
Yeah, I need to cut my
Well,
nails right now.
And,
That's
and,
probably one of the
and
biggest
now
things.
you're going to the full Monty there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I am, because like I keep saying, listen to the women, men. If a dude just has like nice looking nails, but you don't have to do a manicure, just like trim them up and clean them, right? That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. No one.
Last one for women. See, men can't win. Number 2, worst feature, overweight or obese. Number 10, worst feature, too scrawny or skinny. Well, gee whiz. Where's the happy medium?
Right.
All right, there isn't. Just deal with it. For men, being overweight was number 1. This is interesting. Number 2, worst features that women can have: eyes that are too close together. What? I mean, that would probably creep me out, but to list that as the
Yeah,
second
it's like something that's happened a lot to people, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What's too close together?
I'm pretty
Maybe
observant,
you're not
and I don't-
proportionate. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I don't come across too many people that I go, man, your eyes are a little too close.
survey taken outside of Chernobyl. That's a very weird one. A big nose. Yeah, dudes are pretty critical of the big nose.
Got it.
On a woman.
Did you say
Bad
that-
skin. We meant.
Oh, did you say it was that a Chernobyl or was that a joke?
It was a joke
was-
Oh,
about
I was like, oh man, is that real?
mutation. About the effects. Oh.
All right, men don't want women to have a big nose or bad skin. 5th, I like this. So number 1 was being overweight. Number 5 thing men don't want is don't have a poor figure. So even you might not be overweight, but your figure's goofy. You know that look, that weird, like she walks like she has balls look or something.
Oh
right?
yeah,
It's
I
like
get that.
the awkward distribution thing.
Okay.
I if you put it on a list, I'm gonna check it as something I don't really want that. I don't.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
You look like a weird cartoon character, right? Where they cut out the construction paper, like South Park, and something like that. No butt or too much butt. Again, women can't win either. Men don't want no butt, and they don't want too much butt. You want just the right butt. Being skinny without any muscle tone. Okay, Ethiopian look. We talked about the bad mouth. Men don't want a woman who wears bad makeup or too much makeup.
Gosh.
Yeah, too much makeup
We are
can be.
jacked up. I wear a lot of makeup, so.
You gotta do it right, right?
Big
That's
nose,
part
a
of
lot
it
of
too.
makeup. Wow, my list is dwindling.
And again, this is similar for me, anyways, to the your eyes are too close. I don't know that I've ever seen this, but it's 10th on the list. Men don't want a woman who has a unibrow.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like that either.
I just don't know that I've ever seen it.
In dodgeball,
Maybe
like
in a
that
movie,
one
yeah,
lady.
right?
What the hell?
Okay.
Take care of that.
And so we got off on that because it's a national dental hygiene day. So these are all the things that men and women don't like about how the other person looks. One more thing. Today is Presidential Joke Day.
Ooh.
That's everything.
It was built upon, for those of a certain age, you will remember you read about it. Back in 1982, then President Ronald Reagan was doing a sound check. Test 1 2, test. He was going to do his Saturday evening. This back in the day, kids. We didn't have internet. We barely had TV, and we still had radio broadcasts on NPR, PBS, whatever. Where the president would come on Sunday nights. Well, my fellow Americans, this is what's going on. Well, on this night in 1982, Reagan wasn't on yet, but he didn't know the feed was live. It's like Jeff can throw a button and suddenly make me not be able to be heard, or I can think I'm not being able to be heard, like during a commercial break or something. Figure, and Jeff can just turn me on and ruin my career by pressing a button. Because I'm yelling something inappropriate at my dog. That's what being. In fact, when you do TV, you learn right away. Shut up. Do not talk unless what you're saying is what you want broadcast. Because whether it happens then or who knows down the road, it's there now. This is the whole Trump grabbing him by the P word thing. Not that he cared,
Hot
but
mic.
hot mic, man. The first time you go to break, if you're not already aware of that, somebody, if you're lucky, one of the anchors or something will go, shut up, don't joke about that. It's like, what? We're not on. Don't you die. So Reagan didn't know the mic was hot, and on this day, he said, "My fellow Americans, I'm pleased to tell you that I've signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes." Okay, great. So it goes out. Conspiracy theory left and right. Who pushed the button? Doesn't matter. His supporters loved it. It's Cold War. This is 82. Reagan's just got into office with all this promise. We're going at the Soviet Union. Yeah, bomb the Soviet Union. Yeah, bomb. There's nothing wrong. And of course, his detractors, the original President Cowboy. What is he doing? Soviet Union went into high alert with their military and immediately called the threat a, quote, monstrous statement. So that was the beginning of Presidential Joke Day, which was about him accidentally making a joke that was heard. So now it's more about like White House Correspondents' Dinner and jokes and stuff. So I went to ChatGPT and I asked it to write me 5 jokes each about Presidents Trump, Biden, and Obama. Try to be bipartisan the last few years. We've talked about chat not being there. There's some creative things about AI that are really good. Sense of humor, very hit or miss. I'm not going to read all of them to you. Here's some Trump jokes. Trump walks into a library and says, "Do you have a book about how to win?" And the librarian says, "Yes." And Trump says, "Great, I wrote it." Was there a bird there?
That's your fingers.
Jeff's finger is so fat it actually reached all the way to my house. I pressed the wrong button. All right, another Trump joke. Trump's idea of a short speech is anything under an hour, and even then, he might add a few chapters.
They do run on. That's the original.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. Point taken. It's a little too pedantically, methodically thought out, I think. Trump ordered a Diet Coke and said, quote, "Make it the greatest Diet Coke anyone has ever seen." And the waiter said, "Sir, it's from a can." Trump started playing golf with a scorecard that was labeled winners and everyone else and said, "It saves time." Is he a cheater?
Yeah.
That's me, losers. Losers.
Joe Biden jokes.
Okay.
Biden walked into a coffee shop and said, "I'd like a small coffee." The barista asked anything else, and Biden said, "Maybe a little more coffee." So we wanted to meet you.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought we were gonna have some like Clinton jokes or something.
Well, I only went back to Obama. So. My bad. This is Presidential Joke Day as presented by AI. Biden's speeches are like a road trip. You know where you're going, but there might be a few unexpected stops along the way. Biden told a joke so long that by the punchline, he had forgotten what the setup was.
That's true.
Biden asked his staff, "What time is the meeting?" They said 2 p.m. He said, "Perfect. I'll be there at 1:59 or 2:07. We'll see."
Okay. AI.
Let's jump to the Obama jokes. Obama walked into a restaurant and ordered a burger. The waiter asked anything else, and Obama said, "Yeah, 4 years." 4 more years. Okay.
These are
Obama's-
ChatGPT jokes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. These are. Now, all I asked was 5 jokes each about presidents Trump, Biden, Obama. I didn't give it any prompts or anything. Obama's speeches were so smooth that even his pauses sound like they had been professionally edited. Obama tried karaoke once. He picked My Way, and everyone immediately understood why. Obama doesn't need to win an argument. He just raises an eyebrow and gives you a speech about it.
Get it.
All right.
Yeah.
The humor
some
needs to be a
Clinton,
little bit
some
more
Reagan, so there's
on
plenty
the
of
ChatGPT side of things. Need to get upgraded.
definitely.
Yeah, it has some basis and some good premises, but the humor, the punchline, doesn't quite land.
Right.
With,
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
It's not as clever as we want it to be.
Nope.
I don't know that I quite get the premise on the Biden joke where he wanted a small coffee and then said more coffee.
I wasn't sure that one either.
Maybe
I'm not even sure.
Like he was confused.
The dementia, yeah, confusion.
Yes, right. Again, if that's the premise, that works, but it just doesn't. It's not the best vessel to are any of these good? Were any of these good jokes? None of them were.
Yeah, they were all pretty mid, for sure.
Well, the only ones that were good were the ones that were just true statements, like Trump's idea of a short speech is anything under an hour, and then he adds a few chapters. Well, that's not funny because it's true.
Yeah.
You just have to sit through them, and they're awful. That's the only true thing there. So, I think we'll stop using ChatGPT.
Yeah, for the jokes.
Take a little break on the jokes with that.
I don't feel comfortable with
America's
this.
Radcast, only on the radnetwork.com.
Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital, as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say.
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is B-A-R-R-Y. Sue Berry with an A.com. That's Sue Berry, B-A-R-R-Y.com. SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer. Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040. Barrett Financial Group, LLC. NMLS number 181106. Nevada 5091. Equal housing opportunity.
You go to AdvantageSteam.com, which you should. At the top of the page, you'll see the Services tab. Click on it, and you'll see that Advantage Steam does carpet and upholstery cleaning. They protect fabric and fiber. They clean and seal tile and grout. They polish natural stone. They clean rugs, especially those really nice ones from foreign countries. And they treat urine damage. And not just urine, but vomit and feces. Oh, yuck. I assume if you need that service, you either have children or pets or you live in a frat house. But either way, they'll take care of you. Of course, Advantage Steam also applies MicroSeal. And if you don't know what that is by now, then you just suck. Joel is the local small business owner of AdvantageSteam.com. He's a lifelong maggot, and he's treated, cleaned, protected, polished, and microsealed the homes of countless members of the RAD team over the years, various RAD studios, and of course, Williams Manor. And I hate admitting this, but he is a genuinely really great, nice guy. In fact, if you tell him I said that, you'll get 0% off all services. So go to AdvantageSteam.com. Click on Make an Appointment, enter in your available dates and any comments, like maybe type, Rob said you're a really great, nice guy. Please give me 0% off. And they will get you all set up. Just go to AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com.
A famous porn star once said, every exit is an entrance to new experiences. Classy, very classy. Back to America's RAD Cast on the radnetwork.com.
All right. Got a few emails here, radcast at the radnetwork.com. Let's first say hello to Greg from Maptrition at maptrition.com. Good morning, Greg. How you doing, man?
Good morning. I'm always good. Trying to conquer the world.
All right. Great to see. I've been begging. I've literally been begging Jeff to get you on the air because I have this thought of we get all these always health stories, nutrition stories, what's good for you, what's bad stories, and why not have you on to help us through some of them? Because as I understand, a lot of what you say is so many things people might not even think are related to nutrition are related to nutrition, lifestyle, exercise, behavior. Do I have that wrong?
No, you nailed it. I mean, look up any ailment that people deal with, and the number one thing on the list is fitness and nutrition.
All right, let's get to a few basic questions, then we'll start rattling through all these and talk about what's going on with Maptrition. This email came in from a name withheld woman who says, I work out 5 to 6 times a week. I only eat at home, scratch food, made from my garden. I've been doing this for 2 years. My body composition is better. The scale has moved 5 pounds. What am I doing wrong?
So she's talking about food, which is a great option, but where your food comes from, in my opinion, is not as important as the total amount that you're eating. So she's talking about wellness. Hey, I make it at home. I use scratch ingredients. Like, yeah, that's great for your internal wellness. But when it comes to your body weight, your muscularity, your fitness, we need to look at what the calories are, how much protein, how much carbs, how much fat. I would argue, because this is really common for most women, she's under eating protein as a whole, and she's probably cut her calories so far that her body's not able to maintain a lot of muscle, which means she has a low calorie burn per day compared to what she could have if she was feeding correctly. So it's probably the reverse of what she thinks. More protein, more calories, more results.
I think
So
that's
go
the
ahead,
fear
Jeff.
that I have, or like that I think that it's like trying to get it out of your head, is that you can actually lose weight by eating more. And I think we're just like taught, ingrained in us, that you have to just like starve yourself to be able to lose weight, and it doesn't always work, and it's not the healthiest way to do it.
Yeah, and it'll work in small increments, which is where that 5 pounds came from. Like, if you eat less, yeah, you will lose some weight. But when you hit that plateau, it becomes really, really difficult to break it. Because let's say she needs 2,000 calories a day, but she's been eating 1,200 for the last year. For her to add calories to her diet, she will put on a couple of pounds. But the result of that is she'll increase her daily caloric burn, and she'll lose more over time and have more freedom in her diet than having to be condemned to 1,200 calories a day.
Is that a function of your body just adjusts and gets used to the 1,200 calories a day, and then when you bombard it with 2,000, all it can do is turn it into fat kind of thing?
Yeah, to an extent. So you train your body to burn what you give it. So these people who eat 1,000 calories a day when they're busy at work and then binge on weekends and eat 3,000 calories in a day, they're more likely to gain fat than the person who has trained their body to eat 3,000 calories every single day, which is total opposite of what the Instagram gurus are going to tell you. But I mean, I've helped thousands of people lose tons and tons of fat, not just weight, but lose fat. And this works every time.
Well, and on that, I've met a lot of you guys. You're the best ever. But and it's not just like, oh, I'm a nutritionist, I'm a personal trainer. You're everything. But I mean, a lot of people that do what you do and try to coach and teach and guide us in the right direction. I've heard a lot of you say, stop looking at the scale. And she's asking you about 2 years later, 5 pounds. Where are you a scale watcher?
I'm not. The only reason that I've had clients or friends look at the scale is because if you measure it, if you pay attention to it, you'll do better, right? So I use the scale just as a metric of, hey, did you check in with yourself? But what I tell people most often is the scale is a liar. It will tell you how much weight you've lost, but that could all come from muscle, from water weight, from how much you've consumed in a day. Instead, if you measure body fat percentage, which you can get a tool on Amazon for a couple of bucks to do, you can get a scale that does it at home, or even easier, take photos in the mirror or measure the actual, like a soft tape measure around your waist. That is a way better measuring stick for results.
Now, I'm not saying that she would, this name withheld woman, but a lot of people that try or they say, okay, I'm going to do it Greg's way. I mean, she's really put it in 2 years, 5 pounds. Some won't even go 2 months. And so they turn to your favorite thing, GLP-1s. And every time you're on, we're going to repeat some of these things because some people don't hear them. You get new information. People are still asking questions. The GLP-1, Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound, etc. 11% of U.S. adults are now taking one. So one out of, if you know 9 people, one of you mathematically is taking a GLP-1 loss, which has transformed the way millions of Americans lose weight. Greg does not like them. We'll give him a moment to explain. As their use reaches record levels, doctors now saying they're seeing a new trend. Patients are now engaging in what's called GLP-1 hopping, where they switch between drugs. Wegovy, then Mounjaro, then Ozempic. The idea being they'll lose weight faster and they'll escape the unpleasant side effects of each particular drug by only taking it for a little while experts say this will actually worsen side effects, disrupt treatment, and make it even harder to achieve lasting weight loss. Correct me if I'm wrong, you don't even want to see them using this stuff in the first place, and now they're adding this, which probably points to their desperation.
My head literally went to like, well, meth was making me lose my teeth, so I switched to coke. Like, what are we doing? Like, you can't just drug hop. Why is that even a term?
Yeah.
I'll repeat myself for the millionth time. The reason I'm so against these for someone who's not in dire, like life-threatening situations is because GLP-1s do 2 things. They manage your blood sugar, which if you eat healthy, you will manage your blood sugar, which controls how much fat your body stores at one time. It's very consistent. And then 2, it makes you less hungry. That's it. So if you control your food, you can save $600, $900, $1,000 a month not taking drugs, and you can control where the weight comes from. When you don't eat, you will lose muscle, which means you'll lose weight. Or if you eat healthy, you will burn fat. Those are 2 totally different things. And these drugs are not helping people necessarily burn fat.
Right. Well, what's the reality of people getting off of them? Say I lost 50 pounds, and I'm like, okay, I don't need to take. I don't want to pay for this medicine anymore. And then you go back to your probably regular diet, whatever it was before that. You just gain the weight right back?
You are likely to. 2 reasons. One, when you're taking a drug that's essentially like alley-ooping weight loss, you haven't learned anything. You don't know what your body needs to eat. So people are jumping back on their regular diets of, cookies, candies, and fast food, and they're slamming the weight back on. Yeah. But 2 is because you've been under eating for so long, you've trained your body to function on way less calories than it needs. So yeah, when you go back to a normal diet, you are going to put on some weight, even if you do it healthfully. Okay. But that does level out. It's worth the moment of what feels like failure.
So, okay, let me ask you the psycho question then, because you just said something that you can key in on. You've trained your body to function while eating fewer calories. I think that's what you said. Well, so what's the problem? I'm functioning. You know where I get this from? I'm a functioning alcoholic. What's the problem? I'm functioning. It's the same mindset, Greg. What's the problem? I'm eating less calories and I'm functioning. You just said it. So why do you care? Get out of my room.
Sure, you're functioning, but not well. So you're depleting your vital organs of the calories and repair that they need because you're not consuming enough to do it. You're going to look like frail and skinny because you can't maintain any kind of muscle at that calorie consumption. So you'll be skinny and light, but you won't look the way you want to look, right? There's all these other features that come along with it. And, my joke when I talk to people about this is like a chainsaw needs gas. You got to fuel your body. You are a chainsaw. You are constantly burning. And if you don't feed it, yeah, you might be able to turn it on, but it's not going to cut down a tree very well.
Right. Yeah.
You're dull.
Greg from
Great analogy, honestly.
At maptricia.com. You did say in there in your answer to the only email we've gotten to so far, because it opens up so many layers. You said it. We talked about it last time. The P word. At what point have we gone too far with this protein obsession, or haven't we? As a guy who does what you do your whole life, professional athlete, trainer, nutritionist, dietitian, all these other things that you're qualified for, is there such thing as too much protein? Are we too obsessed? I laugh when I see it in Pop-Tarts and Cheez-Its, but hey, is that better than no protein?
As a whole, well, you covered two parts. So are we getting too protein obsessed? In my opinion, no. So many people underconsume protein at such large amounts for such long periods of time. I love all these protein assets, like a good protein pastry with 20 grams. Like, yeah, I'll eat a Pop-Tart with 20 grams of protein, but that is the legendary protein Pop-Tart, not Pop-Tarts that places protein on the label. So I'll give you a little breakdown of how this works. If something says on the counter, protein, that is just a marketing scheme. It does not promise anything about protein. They just slapped a word on there. So be responsible, be an adult, flip it over and look at the label. If it says good source of protein, it only needs to be 9% protein legally, which is like 4 grams of protein for 200 calories. And then if it's a great source of protein, which is what you see on all those random chocolatey granola bars, it only has to be 12% protein per serving. So walk to the supplement aisle, not the granola aisle, and you'll be safe.
And when they're adding protein to these things, are they just adding like protein supplements? Is that kind of what they're doing?
Yeah, it depends on the company. So this is the weird part about food. When you measure protein, you're measuring nitrogen content. And some companies have been caught, like David Bar was really popular for this. They got caught basically adding ingredients that raised nitrogen content so that it read a higher protein content than that was actually on the label. But not to get in the weeds, if you find something that has a high level of protein, what I would consider 10 to 20 grams per serving is a high enough to make it worthwhile, then you're doing okay. But don't get caught in the weeds. There's lots of different types of ways that people add protein, and I just don't think anyone's going to remember it. So it's not worth explaining right now.
Are you one of these advocates of it's always better? Always big word. If you have the choice to get these things naturally, like would you prefer people to get their protein by just eating tons and tons and tons more chicken or whatever is protein heavy?
I'm going to say no. Couple of reasons. One, it's really hard to do it naturally because I recommend 1 gram of protein per pound of goal weight, whatever that is. But that can be a lot. I mean, for me, that's 2.5 pounds of meat a day. And yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love to eat. I can do it. But protein powder, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, all those things, protein bars, that stuff just makes it easier and more enjoyable. Because if you try to eat 2 pounds of chicken a day, you are going to burn out. Like it just is the nature of the beast. So, spread the wealth out. Get your protein from all kinds of sources.
So it seems like I think my limit was 8 straight weeks of eating 2 pounds of shrimp a week. And then I think I finally have reached my limit. I'm taking a break from the boiled shrimp, which started as shrimp cocktail and then it just turned into boiled shrimp. So whatever it is, whether it's good for you or not, you're absolutely right. If you're consuming only it or too much of it, it's like, must stop eating shrimp bubble gum too much. To specifically what Maptrition does. This email, radcast@theradnetwork.com. We're talking to Greg from Maptrition, says, my question is about energy. I'm in the gym every morning about 4 a.m. I take a creatine and pre-workout gummy before the gym. Afterwards, I eat a healthy meal. 8:30 a.m., I crash out. I drink a 5-hour energy drink daily. What do you recommend to avoid the crash and the 5-hour energy daily?
Interesting. So there's a couple of options here. One, pre-workout gummy doesn't tell me you're taking anything significant there. There's not a significantly effective pre-workout gummy versus a powder, which would do a lot more for you. And also you're relying on energy from caffeine. I don't know what healthy breakfast means, but if it's not carb heavy, which I know scares people, that's your body's natural source of energy. So that breakfast, for you to be able to manage that at that hour, and trust me, I've been there with the gyms, like 3, 4 a.m., it's a thing. It's got to be 60, 70, up to 100 grams of carbs, which I would almost promise you're not doing unless it's like a bagel and carbs. So upping those calories or adjusting them with carbohydrates, a higher amount, will definitely make a difference. And it also matters what you do throughout the day. Like, are you sleeping well? Are you getting more REM sleep? Do you measure that? Because there's so many other factors aside from caffeine.
And is this crash that he's experiencing, are you guessing that's the caffeine issue?
Yeah, I would bet. A little sales point here. This is why I put beetroot powder into my pre-workouts, because it actually loosens up the blood vessels so that your heart does not have to work as hard during the workout. but you can still hit, what would be redlining for most people. You can do more capacity. So adding something to like beetroot powder may adjust the crash a little bit, but there's so many factors to really give them a straight answer. Like it could be water, it could be sleep deprivation, it could be quality of sleep, it could be carb content. But I would look outside of the caffeine, because as an avid caffeine drinker, I don't hit a crash, but I match my day, my consumption to my activity level.
Would you say that he should get rid of the 5-hour energy? Or do you think that's
I would replace it.
replace it?
Replace it. Yeah, I'm not big on. I think killing habits is really hard. Replacing habits is very easy. And a 5-hour energy, you are just relying on B vitamins and some caffeine, which really isn't hyper effective for avoiding a crash or like sustained energy. Using a pre-workout with beetroot powder, like mine, adding beetroot powder to your regular routine, or spreading your caffeine throughout the day makes a huge difference.
What about these endurance gummies of yours? Are they a pop, because they're caffeine free? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct.
Aren't they? Would they be a substitute for the 5-hour energy drink, or is that maluse of them?
No, that's not at all. That'd actually be a great way.
Yeah.
I should probably think of these things. That would actually be a great way to supplement some of the carbohydrates. So if you're not consuming, oatmeals, bagels, things that are very high carb and pretty dense, adding those gummies can make a huge difference, because it's a very sustainable carb. It's not going to spike your blood sugar, still tastes like candy. It's caffeine free. It's a very steady energy for your body. So yeah, that could be a great fix.
Why, by the way, before we get too far away from it, why in the beginning were you powder over gummy, whereas other times you're gummy over powder? So we were talking about pre-workout, and you said, that should be powder. Why, and then when should it be gummy?
Yeah, it's what you want in the dosage from the product. So for a gummy, I can fit quality carbohydrates into a gummy-sized serving. That makes sense. That is scientifically proven to work. For a pre-workout, which what I consider is, it's going to help your heart, it's going to provide amino acid, it's going to provide caffeine, it's going to provide different types of energy, muscle support. That is 20 to 25 grams of ingredients. That's got to come in a powder. Otherwise, you're going to eat like a shark-sized gummy. It's not going to make sense. So dosage, quality, and number of ingredients is what really differentiates it for me.
So with the powders, by the way, how anal do people need to get about mixing them up? For a while you had to have the mixer thing and the ninja. I mean, can you just powder and drink and spoon, or no? You've got to have a super duper mixer thing.
If it's quality, you can just mix it with a spoon. Or I do this on site when I do like live activations at marathons. I do this all the time. If I make a little side project for somebody, I'll just take 2 cups and pour it back and forth, and it mixes just fine. Yeah. But if you have a low quality product, which usually means the ingredients, the powders, were cooked at very high temperatures to make them into a powder, then it will clump up and be gross. So that is a huge differentiator.
Last time you were here, we were talking about that a lot of what you do, in fact, I personally, maybe just my perspective, most of what you do, at least for us and on the show, is actually geared not necessarily towards people that are hardcore working out, gym rats, etc. Finding a healthy lifestyle, getting healthy, and you're very tolerant of and understanding meeting people where they're at, etc. And a lot of this stuff you talk about, you don't have to then immediately go to the gym for 90 minutes. And some of this stuff is just good to maintain clarity, energy, brain power, etc. So you have this pre-workout powder, which I ordered after you were on last time. First of all, I will tell you I have only used like a spoon or like a long straw to mix it. It always mixes. There's never any residue in the bottom. That was one of the first things I noticed. Because one of the days, because I want to ask you this, it took me longer than usual. Like it took me a half hour to drink it because I was on the show. There was still no residue at the bottom. First question. A guy who isn't like, I swim during the day and I walk. That's basically my output right now. Nice. Hey, it's better than nothing is kind of how I look at it. Guy like me who also wants sharp mind. I get up in the middle of the night, etc. I have 1 cup of coffee. That's it for caffeine. When do you want me taking this?
You have 1 cup of coffee in the morning. When are you swimming?
Usually early, like after the sports show, early afternoon, between 2 and 5, but usually closer to 2 than 5.
Are you super caffeine sensitive?
No, other than I can notice that sour stomach if I have too much, which for me would be probably 3 or 4 servings of it, as opposed to the 1 I'm getting. Okay,
then I think prime time for you would somewhere between like 1 and 1:30. Like enough time for all the ingredients to set in. You won't be tingly when you jump in the pool. You'll still be comfortable. You'll have that energy. You'll still be able to sleep well at night. And you'll get all the benefits of the focus in the afternoon from our nootropics complex, which is like lion's mane extract and alpha GPC. But you also get the bonus of the beetroot powder, which will lower your heart rate while you're swimming.
Okay, so here's what I did, because and I didn't text you, I didn't ask it, because I wanted to do this. I knew we were going to come on the air. I basically did that. I thought, how about end of the sports show? So what I started doing was I make my drink at 12:30. So we finish up the sports show at 1, and by 2, hopefully I'm in the pool or whatever. Holy crap! I mean, it's hard to describe the energy you get. And I know there's, obviously you're going to have mental and emotional and stuff with dopamine and all this other stuff going on. But the lift that you get, and I was terrified the first 2 days I took it, Greg. I really was. I'm never going to get to sleep. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's 7 o'clock and I feel great and I should be winding down by now. And an hour later, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm done. And part of it, and I'm just kind of pandering to you at this point, but this is what happened. Because I had more energy, I was doing more stuff. I was more active. Was I lifting weights? No, but I was a lot more active. And then all of a sudden my body went, well, that's enough. And it's been a fairly consistent thing with that type. So it does have its benefits to people. Like, I guess what spawned this particular question was, this too is better than that 5-hour energy drink, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. So I tell people this all the time. The only downside to our pre-workout is I don't use artificial colors. So like it's kind of ugly in the cup, but if that bothers you, use a dark shaker cup. You'll be fine.
It's like an old, the original Listerine, the Russian one. Yeah.
It tastes delicious, but it is ugly.
Can you mix it with anything? Can you mix it with milk or water, or does it matter what you mix it with?
I would not mix pre-workout with milk. That sounds like trouble waiting to happen. But this is where I was going to go with it is mixing with water, absolutely great. Ice cold water, even better. But if you are an energy drink person, a 5-hour energy person, that kind of thing, if you want to replace that, try mixing it with a sparkling water.
Okay.
It just hits the spot. Okay. It has helped me tremendously with consuming less other energy drinks because I said I'm a caffeine addict. It's totally fine. But that one, like, so money.
Oh, sure. Okay. Now, a couple of years ago, Greg's lecturing me for drinking too much sparkling water. Now he's on the show saying
gallons
sparkling water.
Moderation.
I have cut down. I do mix mine with sparkling water in the morning, but I don't have a ton of it the rest of the day. All right, one more thing from your store, and then we're back to these emails. Oh, and you brought up carbs. So what? Okay, the endurance gummies. What the hell are the, like, we're talking about pre-workout and energy and all that. These endurance gummies, caffeine free. And the world's first sustained release performance. What are who and when and what? Because people rave about these things.
Yeah. So this is my baby. So lots of people make pre-workouts. Lots of people make other supplements, and you kind of choose the combinations that you feel the best with, even if it doesn't make sense from a science perspective. Like, choose the one that feels good, right? With our gummies, this is to replace goos, gels, Cliff Blocks, all the things that people consume for endurance events. So if you're going on a fun run, a 5K, a 10K, a marathon, you're training, that's what I really designed these for. And it truly is the world's first sustainable carbohydrate gummy. All of those other products that I mentioned are pure sugar, either literal sugar or in another form, fructose, glucose. No one would have stopped me, but I'll stop me. All of those things spike your blood sugar the same way a candy bar would, which means you are going to come crashing down, hit a wall. And when your blood sugar drops, that's when you get nausea, you get unfocused, you get blurry. That's what people want to avoid. No one has made this product. The endurance industry has not been updated in decades because no one could figure it out. So after about 50 phone calls with different chemists, I finally found someone crazy enough to help me make this thing. I tried to make them myself in my kitchen until I finally got like close. And then I went to the chemist and said, look, we can make this thing. So it is a patent pending formula. It's phenomenal for anything you're going to do that is longer than 60 minutes, whether that be lifting, swimming, running, cycling, pickleball, whatever. But also, it can be a solid add into your day. Like post-workout, you don't want to eat bread or rice. Have your protein shake with a couple of gummies. You will recover better. You will get better results.
Does it, crap, I had a really important question. It was in response to something you said, too. And I can't. Damn it! I'll get back to it, I suppose. How long does it take for the patent to go through?
Oh my gosh. You know me and manufacturers, right? I'll tell you the backstory. I went to this chemist who was brilliant and I said, hey, can you help me make this gummy? And they said, yes. I said, great. I want to patent this because I know other companies that already use these ingredients in powders that will want the gummy eventually, and I want them to have to call me. And they said, yeah, no problem. We make the gummy. I filed the initial patent. And then they said, oh, yeah, we're not going to provide you the rest of the information that you need. And I was like, all right, so you guys know me. I had a hold my beer moment. And I said, yeah, no problem. So I hunted down another gummy manufacturer. I said, here's all the information I have. Here's my product. It already exists. Will you sign a new contract with me that says you will reverse engineer this so that I can patent it? So that's in the process. And I know they don't know about this show. So I'll tell you guys, but they don't know that's happening right now.
Okay.
But
Let's
it should be
make
about
this
a year.
into a viral reel that goes national, and then they'll know.
I can't wait for that phone call. Can't wait.
So, these gummies, these endurance gummies, these patent pending endurance gummies, the packet says there's 10 gummies in it, and it says I'm supposed to eat 10 gummies as a serving.
Yeah. So I get to choose what I call a serving, right? I could say, hey, one gummy's a serving is 3.4 grams of carbs, but that makes no sense for an endurance athlete. So what I did is I said, hey, all these goos, Cliff Blocks, gels, all these things are about 25 to 30 grams of carbs per serving. And typically marathon runners will supplement anywhere from 30 to like 90 grams of carbs every hour. But with a quality carbohydrate, I could stay on the low side of that. So 10 gummies puts me at 34 grams. And I love it because I just throw one or two in my mouth while I'm cruising and I just get to chew them as I go. And there's a little bit of science behind if you have something in your mouth, you kind of trick your body into having more sugars so you can stay clearer than if you didn't consume anything.
All right, back to emails to radcast@theradnetwork.com. We do have one coming up. Another person's challenging Greg on the GLP-1.
Send it.
But first, Veronica says, Greg, here's the other big thing. All right, we did pre-workout. We did these gummies thing. And Veronica says, how much creatine does a woman need a day? Creatine. This is more so proteins everywhere within any type of workout, exercise, lifestyle word. Creatine is everywhere. And at first it was like negative. Some people went back to baseball and steroids and creatine. I know you're a big proponent. How much does a woman need? I'm going to doing it. Why does any of us need it?
Okay, so creatine as a whole, it is phenomenal, not just from a workout perspective, but from a mental benefit perspective. From a workout perspective, it draws water and nutrients into the muscles so that they do get a little bit more pump. And with more pump comes more power and more capabilities. It also turns over the energy within the muscle as you're burning it. So it allows something to work a lot longer without burning out. It also increases recovery by drawing water and nutrients into the muscles so that you don't feel like you got hit by a truck after your workouts. Creatine works on total blood content. So if you take it once and you're like, oh, I didn't notice anything. Yeah, you didn't notice anything. It takes, I'm going to mess this up, like 7 to 15 days of taking it every single day, workout or not, for your blood content to have enough to make a difference. So you got to take it every day. Treat it like a multivitamin.
That was my question, actually, because I'm taking your the pre-vitamin or the daily vitamins and then the creatine gummies. But I was going to ask you, am I supposed to take them just when I work out or just every day? And it sounds like I should be taking them every day.
Every day.
Got it.
So from a mental perspective, creatine has been hands down proven. This is why it got so popular. No one knew why. To, in regular consumption over time, fight off degenerative brain diseases. So it increases focus, increases short-term memory, fights off dementia, Parkinson's, name a brain disease. Like, it's crazy. And it's all very well studied, peer-reviewed lab testing. For men versus women, the climb keeps going. So women technically are being recommended higher doses of creatine than men as an average person as a whole. Bare minimum effective dose is 5 grams per day. So for us, that's 5 gummies. We actually test a little bit higher. It's like 1.2 grams of creatine per gummy, but 5 gummies a day. If you want those long-term mental benefits, you want to up it somewhere between 10 and 20 grams per day. I know that scares people, but there's literally no downside. There's no side effect. You're not going to swell up. It's totally fine.
And not that I or Greg are suggesting a correlation, but it's interesting. I said earlier, there's so much stuff that comes out that people don't think, oh, nutrition and yet all of it could be related. Talking about brain function, dementia. There's literally a story today. America's early onset dementia has exploded, with diagnoses of dementia in people under 65 having risen 200% in the last 4 years. Now, I'm not saying there's a connection, but anything you can do, obviously, to keep your brain sharp when you hear things like that, throw it out there. And by the way, you reminded me of my question about the endurance gummies. With creatine, like you said, you need to take it every day, even if you're not working out, so it builds in your system. What about these things? Are these things one time you take them, the pop, and then I don't need to worry about it tomorrow unless I want another pop?
No, this is, you want another pop. You need another hit.
Yes.
Yeah, those are going to work in independency of everything else. So you take it to increase your endurance, you take it for a quick recovery, you take it to supplement your day, but it's not something that's going to build up. Treat it like you're eating oatmeal.
I don't like oatmeal. I don't eat oatmeal.
Well, that's why I have gummies.
This is a follow-up to your last visit. I had a couple people ask me questions about these electrolyte packets, the potassium, electrolyte, multiple forms of magnesium, vitamins, minerals. Most of us shake them up, we put them in water, drink them. You said something like at the beginning of your last visit, nobody needs these electrolyte packs. I could be paraphrased. I'll give you a chance to clarify. People have come along saying, is Greg saying they're bad for us, or just that he has other ways to do it? So can you, because they're so popular, can you go back to the electrolyte thing?
Yeah, they're not bad for anyone. I would argue that the majority of people taking them, the vast majority, like 99%, do not need electrolytes. They just need to drink water and eat normal food. The reason they're not bad for you is because there's nothing in there that's like going to negatively impact your health, unless you eat like a child so that your salt content is off the charts and now you're supplementing more salt. Like, yeah, you can run into some issues there, like high blood pressure, AFib, like a misbeating heart. But that's in mass quantities over time. Like as a whole, yeah, you can drink them. I just think you're wasting your money.
Okay, that's it.
I had a question too. I know that it isn't it's not as popular of a question or a subject, but people who are trying to gain weight, I know that Dee's in that kind of category where she's been, I don't know about struggling, but wanting to in a healthy way put on more weight. Should she be taking the same type of items? Should she be taking different items?
I know. I need to get on a plan.
She needs to stop eating Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Taco Bell
I eat
helps
like a
with weight
5-year-old.
gain. Yeah, there you go. This is why I say people eat like an adult or a child, right?
Yeah. I'm having a turkey sandwich right now, though.
There we go. I like it.
Sprouts and cucumbers. I'm trying to eat it, but
Yeah, I mean, supplementation as a whole doesn't change whether you're trying to gain weight or trying to lose weight. Like you still want to consume protein directly after your workout. You still want what I'll call healthful carbs that are digesting slowly, except post-workout. You want something a little bit sugarier. Total consumption is the only thing that makes a difference. So if you want to put on weight, just incrementally add calories. And I love the number 200 for this, just from experience. Add 200 calories a day, give it a week or two. If you put on weight, great. Keep it there, see how far it goes. If you didn't, add another 200, add another 200. And you'd be surprised how high you can climb. Like your body's amazing at equilibrium, especially if you're not a hard gainer.
So you're not adding 200 calories a day. It's you add them for a week and then stay at that number.
200 calories a day for a week.
Yeah.
Every day do I add another 200?
No. So I would do 7 days with an additional 200 calories per day. Give it a week or two, and then you can make adjustments from there.
awesome.
This is exactly what I do for people.
I love it.
You brought up the carbs thing. There's a new research study that was published this morning, Journal of the American Nutrition Association. Basically what they did, they've got 1,500 nutrition experts. They got 1,500 consumers. And they found that there is no correlation. There is what they call a substantial consumer expert misalignment. In other words, you understand carbs, Greg, and what you alluded to earlier is true. None of us do. Like 85% of the knowledge of consumers is wrong compared to what nutrition experts say. For example, the carb-containing foods that cause the most confusion. Honey. People tend to think of honey as healthier, but it's a source of added sugar. Is that a concern for you? Is that a general one?
That's dead on. People are like, but honey's healthier than cane sugar. Yeah, like, but it does the same thing in your body. Makes no difference.
White rice is another food people associate with healthfulness, but because white rice contains less fiber than any types of rice, they say avoid it or substitute.
As a whole, I'll agree. I've been more open to white rice. I'm not as worried about fiber content because literally everything has added fiber now. So hitting 30, 35 grams a day, not a big deal. But generally.
because it's
Here's what I know
bleached?
you're a big fan of: fruit juice. Plenty of people view fruit juice as a one-to-one swap for fruit, although experts point out that's not exactly accurate.
Yeah, that's not even close. Yeah. Fruit juice is usually, it's the purest form of sugar. There's no fiber to slow it down. There's no skin to slow it down. There's nothing. So it's just literally drinking sugar. Not the same.
Now, all right, we were going to talk about this with you anyways. This ongoing fake sugar thing, zero sugar. We talked about it last time. And you seem to be, again, correct me if I'm wrong, okay with, if not a proponent of these zero sugar substitute things, aspartame, things like that, as opposed to sugar. And I think I asked you last time you were here, and you said yes, that sugar's a poison to the body. Again, correct me if I'm wrong with all these things. My brain is going, wait a minute, I thought sugar's natural. Why wouldn't that be better than a chemical version? But you have an answer.
Yeah, absolutely. There's chemical made or man-made products that are substitutes for things like sugar. Sugar as a whole, though, really dense as far as you're going to get 4 calories per gram. It's going to spike your blood sugar levels, which means your body's more inclined to store fat. It's going to increase insulin sensitivity, which causes all kinds. Yeah, exactly. M&M world, all kinds of other issues. Versus if you did a calorie-free sweetener, any of these replacements, there is no downside. There's been one silly study that came out that scared the living life out of people. And other than that, they go, oh, it's a chemical. Like, bro, every time you go out to eat, there's chemicals. Everything is bleached. Everything is covered in something. You'll be fine. What I care about is your heart healthy? Is your blood sugar healthy? Are you fit? And calorie-free sweeteners will make you more fit than sugar, period.
All right, so I'm gonna try to ask questions that like, for lack of a better term, dumb people would ask, because this was me. I had to be educated.
Yeah.
Well, Greg, wait a minute. There's sugar in fruit.
There is sugar in fruit. So there's different.
You want me to eat fruit?
Not in high amounts. I mean,
Oh.
if you're going to choose a fruit, I'd rather you choose a berry, like blackberries, blueberries. Those are generally lower glycemic, meaning their sugars don't spike your blood sugar as aggressively. And you can eat large quantities of them for low amounts of sugar and calories. But if you're smashing 4 bananas in a shake, yeah, you're at 125 grams of pure sugar in your shake. That's still a problem.
See,
Fructose and glucose are similar.
I think I don't have any proof of this. You're the one with the experience. A lot of people that aren't like diving all the way into, say, this is it, life changing, workout. Maybe they've worked out all their lives, guy like you, etc. They have the conversation you and I just have, and they go, ugh. You know the ugh.
Yeah.
Too much work. Oh, great. I thought fruit was fine. Now he's telling me I got to have a certain berry. Oh, screw it. And they just kind of, as opposed to even finding a happy medium, a lot of us go, screw it. I'm getting pizza.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love answering these questions to give people more information, but I would argue people don't need more information. They generally understand healthy from not healthy. So this is why I try to boil everything down into like these little rules. Like nothing is off limits. But if you have something with carbs, eat it with a protein. Like if you eat a banana by itself, that is not as good as eating a banana with a protein shake. If you eat bread by itself, that is not as good as eating bread with turkey on it. Like pair something with a protein, and we don't have to worry about where the carbs are coming from for a hot minute until you get to like 10% body fat. And then if you want to keep going, then we'll talk. But don't worry about all these things. You're in the weeds. That's what that is.
Now that's interesting, because you use the argument that I've always used about smoking. You're saying, look, people basically know. Now, if you dumb it down really, like, be active more than what you consume, whatever people are going to use. And I've always said, like with cigarettes, the reason it didn't work in the beginning was putting a warning label on a box that said putting something on fire in our mouth and inhaling it was unhealthy. We already knew that.
Hot coffee
we
is
didn't
hot.
care.
No.
Right, we didn't care. So, but you think, I guess my question is, I don't from the outside looking in know that people truly understand it. They understand fewer calories burn more, or that kind of stuff. But beyond that, they're like, and so I'm not sure they don't need a little more information. Or is it, you think it's all just motivation?
I think more of it's motivation, but I think you are right in the sense that there's a lot of like fear mongering out there. Like, oh, I should live strictly on fruits. Oh, I should do keto. Oh, I should do no carb. I argue with every single extreme. All of them. Like, none of them are the right way to do it. We don't live in extremes. Our body doesn't function on extremes unless you're just like some rare breed alien thing. Like, it's okay to balance things out. Carbs are not scary. Protein is healthy. You are not going to get bulky. Trust me, if you could, I would be jacked. It's not that easy. Like, it's way more simple than people make it. But what I think this fear mongering does, oh, be afraid of fruit. Only eat these things. It gives them an excuse not to try. That's why I try to kill all of these ideas of like, you should never have an excuse that makes it viable in your head to quit.
I love that.
So you mentioned it, and it's back. The carnivore diet, keto, all those, has once again exploded. This isn't new. It goes in phases. I had a friend 20 years ago. He was in his mid-30s, told me it changed his life going on the carnivore diet. This is back again. Young men seeking weight loss and performance gains, as meat has never been a more common feature on the American plate. Meat sales hit a record last year, driven largely by millennials and Gen Z. The alleged health benefits of the caveman diet, paleo, all that stuff. I think I said keto earlier. Paleo, sorry. Weight loss, improved blood sugar control, enhanced heart health. Proponents argue that modern humans are genetically adapted to eat like early hunter-gatherers. It will cause short-term weight loss, appetite regulation. It'll improve our blood sugar. It'll lower our blood pressure. It reduces triglycerides. Why would you be against the caveman diet? The only thing, before you answer, Greg, is that we are seeing a rapid increase in gout with young men. Mm-hmm. The disease that's a very painful form of arthritis caused by a buildup of uric acid in the blood. And cases among people 10 to 24 have surged in recent decades because the big toe gets all of this pain and stuff from the uric acids being built up by the caveman diet. Well, other than that, by the way, gout is extraordinarily painful. Yeah. What's wrong with this?
So many things, man. First, one, we can build rocket ships now. We are not cavemen, so don't tell me our bodies haven't changed. That makes no sense. Like, things adapt. Two, cavemen died at like 25. Do you really want to repeat anything that they were doing? Like, let's talk about things that we've learned as smart beings that have changed how long we live, including what we eat. And yes, any extreme. So take the carnivore diet. You're going to have extreme uric acid. You're going to have extreme liver work. You're going to have all these other things. You're like redlining organs, telling them, like, I just want to be fit. Where you can do the exact same thing. Like, look at, especially carnivore specifically, all the major, we'll say influencers and all-stars and, A-list celebrities that promoted carnivore, all are off carnivore now because they had negative side effects. But you can eat 2 pounds of meat a day as long as you are eating the other things, the vitamins, the minerals, you're drinking water, you have a good salt content. Like, yeah, you can I eat 250 grams of protein a day. I've never had a gout issue. I've been doing this for a decade. Like, you can fight it, but I eat vegetables and I eat carbs and I drink water.
When you are so anti these all extreme things, I don't know how much, if ever, we've talked about it. Where are you on veganism?
Oh gosh, I can't stand it. They're all frail, and their only argument was like, "Oh, the strongest man alive is a vegan." Well, he was the strongest for like 6 months, and he got injured. Whoa, who would have thought? Like weak ligaments, no protein content. Yeah, that's a whole other story. The only time I use these extremes and why people like them, I will use the keto diet, which is a high-fat, moderate protein, extreme low-carb diet, as an option for anywhere from like 1 to 3 months to help people break plateaus, to help them get some quick results, because you will get quick results and it's more motivating that way. And then we get them back onto a normal diet. And what I like about it for a tool, not a lifestyle, is it's so easy to follow. Like, it is very black and white. This is yes, this is no, this food's okay, this one's not, instead of trying to do all these balances that we're talking about. So as a tool, it's okay. As a lifestyle, don't do it.
Promised this email before we left. We got Greg from maptrition.com with us. This came in from Justin. We were talking about GLP-1s and whether it's Ozempic or Mounjaro or all of them. Justin says, I think Greg is too broad with the generalizations about GLP-1s. I've been on tirzepatide for 4 months. I've lost over 50 pounds overall while increasing muscle mass. These drugs are great for people like myself who struggle with hunger signaling. I no longer crave the junk food, and I am satiated with my well-rounded meals. These drugs, along with hard resistance training, are just short of a miracle. Why is Justin wrong?
He's talking about what I'll call a unicorn. So assuming that is 100% true, which I'm a little unsure that it is, because for him to be cutting you can put on muscle in a deficit, right? Yeah, you can put in muscle. You can. This just came out like recently. You can put on muscle while consuming less than your body needs in a deficit of calories. But this is a perfect storm. He's resistance training. He's eating balanced meals. I assume his protein content is super quality. He's changed his lifestyle, and the tirzepatide is a tool that he's using, not a crutch for a bad diet. So is it possible? Yeah. But if you were going to do all those things anyway, do you need that? His argument is the hunger cues. You can train hunger. Like, do you guys know the story of Pavlov's dogs?
Yeah.
Sure.
You ring the bell, they all start drooling? Okay. So you can do that to yourself. I do it all the time. Like, my body will tell you when it is 10 a.m. because I eat my snacks at 10 a.m. every single day. And until noon, I'm not hungry because I have trained that system. So we can all do this show together and we're fine. We're busy. We're not paying attention. But if I put each of us a bowl of French fries in the front, we're all going to get hungry while we're talking. You can, I mean, I'd be crushing some French fries right now for sure. I do not have that willpower. Don't get me wrong. You can train hunger cues without a drug. That's my argument. So did it help? Yeah. Are you going to use it forever? Not if you're doing what you said you're doing in the email. That's my argument.
So that would be the if they're going to exist, that'd be the ideal way to use them, wouldn't it? Like when you go through like great trauma, a lot of people say, go ahead and go on a mood stable or antidepressant for 3 months or 6 months while doing traditional talk therapy. They stabilize your moods. Then you get off them. You don't live on them for 10, 20 years. Is this, would you would you be okay? Would you tolerate that? And I realize that's not what's happening, but
Right.
would you tolerate that as a way of, okay, that's a good use of these?
I'll say yes. Like if I break it down, like I'm a little torn on that because we know that's not what happens, right? But if you think you can be a unicorn and you're going to use it for 6 months and it's going to get you started and motivated, but you're also going to start resistance training, change your diet, keep your protein up, eat balanced meals, and get good sleep. Like you're going to do all those other things. Yeah, sure. Throw it in there for a tool.
Okay, we got Greg from Maptrition and Maptrition.com. Now, you'll be on not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Do I have that right?
That's right.
Okay, so back on this show and then also a health hack man. What else? Anything new, anything exciting, anything you want to mention about Maptrition.com that we haven't mentioned lately, and everybody can get all their questions ready for you for next Thursday as well?
I'll throw 2 quick ones out. It's not for next Thursday. I got to plan that show. But one, this would be huge for me, guys. I just opened up a new review program on the website. So if you've tried a product and you absolutely love it, your reviews would mean the world to me because it helps me talk to some of these retailers so that you can buy our stuff in store. So I don't ask much, but there's my ask.
Yeah.
Where would they go to review it?
Just maptrition.com.
Okay.
And you can just select the product that you want. You'll see the stars on there. You can write a little review.
Perfect.
You can post a photo. You will get a discount from me if you take the effort to do that. I'll send you an email. So that'd be really cool. The only other thing that I have that's big is if you are an endurance athlete, specifically, doesn't matter to what extent, I'm doing a $25,000 athlete search.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to get in shape. Hold on.
Right?
Hold on.
So no matter where you
Let me
are in your
stretch.
journey, your story, I am about to put this page up. I'm going to do an application process. You submit a little video. But if you are interested in applying, being a part of it, becoming an affiliate, any of that stuff, just follow the Maptrition pages. It's at Maptrition on TikTok or Instagram. And I'll be posting details. I'll put up the landing page for you guys to be able to apply. But it's going to be huge. And you'll get product and you'll get potentially 25 grand.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so on the comments thing, because I do know how big that is, especially for the way and a lot of people don't understand it. This isn't about Yelpy stuff, like you said. It's about business partnerships and stuff. So I went to Maptrition.com, and then didn't you say go to the products that we've ordered that we've used?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm on like the gummies, the endurance gummies. Now what do I do?
Scroll
I'm on the
down to
product.
Yep. Scroll down to
Go
the
down
bottom
to
of
the
the
bottom.
page. I try not to like put it in your face, and you should be
Right.
able to see a review section right there.
See, this is I always do this because I like people to go like, okay, we're all idiots when it comes to
Oh, here we go. Customer reviews. This is the bottom of the page.
bottom.
Yeah, write a review right here.
I do build all this myself, so I can move it up the page if that helps you guys. But yeah, I put it at the bottom so it's not like in your grill.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, go to a product and then go down to the bottom of the page. Yep, about all the pages.
Yeah.
So what you have to, so the thing is, so here, just so again, we got to talk people through this. Jeff gets so annoyed with me. I'm like, Jeff, I know it makes sense to you, but people don't. So when you go to like just the endurance gummies page and you have the selections of 4 of them, pick one, the one you ordered. Then you get the review at the bottom of the page thing, and then just submit, and that's it, Greg. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's it. It gives me some leverage to go talk to these big dogs so that you guys can get these products in store. Hopefully someday soon.
Heck yeah.
And this $25,000 search that you're doing, the easiest way for them to find out more and get involved with that is maptrition.com. What?
Nope, just follow the Maptrition social media. So at Maptrition on Instagram or TikTok, that's where I'm most active. And I will post all the details. I'll release when the application page is up, and you'll be able to jump in, see all the rules, apply, all that good stuff.
By the way, just I don't know if I mentioned it when I opened your box on the air, but even if I did, I should mention it again. Your ordering process, because I do almost everything now online because it's just easier, is so seamless. I placed the order on the weekend and didn't expect it. Like, you're going to get in Monday and ship it or whatever. Monday morning, I get some email or text about Stripe, which is a payment company. I think I use Stripe. But it's so obvious. It's like, okay, it's from Maptrition. I hit this button. Yes, it's legit. Boom. That's all I had to do. And the next day, that's Monday. The next day, the package arrives. It's seamless. It's in this day and age with all these multiple verifications and this and that and the other thing. It's just such a nice, seamless process that you've made, and for an overwhelming thing for a lot of people to even be doing this. So well done.
Thank you. People are silly. I fulfill orders on weekends, so that's why I showed up fast.
That is Greg from Maptrition. He'll be back not this Thursday, a week from Thursday, not only this show, but with another health hack. And anytime you can find him online at maptrition.com.
America's RAD Cast continues next, only on the radnetwork.com.
Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital, as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say,
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is B-A-R-R-Y. Sue Berry with an A.com. That's Sue Berry, B-A-R-R-Y.com. SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer, Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040. Barrett Financial Group, LLC, NMLS number 181106, Nevada 5091, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Remember, Kyle's Food Factor airs every Tuesday and Thursday right after America's RAD Cast. And on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it's Rob's Soapbox. In other words, just stay here, and we'll keep you entertained until 11 when the Rob and Steve Sports Show starts at 11 here on the radnetwork.com.
If you go to AdvantageSteam.com, which you should, at the top of the page, you'll see the Services tab. Click on it, and you'll see that Advantage Steam does carpet and upholstery cleaning. They protect fabric and fiber. They clean and seal tile and grout. They polish natural stone. They clean rugs, especially those really nice ones from foreign countries. And they treat urine damage. And not just urine, but vomit and feces. No. Yuck. I assume if you need that service, you either have children or pets or you live in a frat house. But either way, they'll take care of you. Of course, Advantage Steam also applies MicroSeal. And if you don't know what that is by now, then you just suck. Joel is the local small business owner of AdvantageSteam.com. He's a lifelong maggot, and he's treated, cleaned, protected, polished, and micro-sealed the homes of countless members of the RAD team over the years, various RAD studios, and of course, Williams Manor. And I hate admitting this, but he is a genuinely really great, nice guy. In fact, if you tell him I said that, you'll get 0% off all services. So go to AdvantageSteam.com. Click on Make an Appointment, enter in your available dates and any comments, like maybe type, Rob said you're a really great, nice guy. Please give me 0% off. And they will get you all set up. Just go to AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com.
Yes, we know that some of you are upset over who isn't here on America's RAD Cast. Well, good news. One type of choice the Supreme Court didn't take away from you yet is the ability to choose what you want to listen to. Remember, it's your body, your choice. Use it to go somewhere other than the radnetwork.com.
We got this email to Radcast at the Rad Network. It's our buddy Pedro. He wrote in earlier. Well, if it was earlier in the week, that would have been yesterday. Maybe it was last week. I don't know. All these days blend together. But he had an idea for our little things that we play, like what you just heard there, Engineer Bob doing, all right, back to the Radcast. And his was like, Pedro's was really stupid. I forget what it was. But, it's nice that he was trying. Well, we just had Greg from maptrition.com on. And so Pedro decided, hey, I've got an idea for the Maptrition Endurance Gummy. This is a commercial idea, but although it's only like 8 seconds. So it's really more, he's taking these, what we call liners, right? Like these things, I don't have any of them loaded by themselves. That's right. But, the things that Bob said. Right. But he's putting in Maptrition into the liner. So, for example.
I love it.
America's Radcast may be tough to swallow at times. What isn't tough to swallow are Maptrition Endurance Gummies, available at maptrition.com.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like it.
I mean, I think it's a little shot at us, but whatever. Okay.
A good point.
Right.
It is kind of. We previewed yesterday, and we actually do have a Scares in the Air segment here of a variety of stories that are gaining. What? That's not. Hold on. That's the wrong button on my part. Jeff's got the right button going. Here we go. Just go like there we go. You got to start with the song, then we can get to the sputtering. All right. Scares in the air, airplanes, disaster, etc. We got passengers going into the lavatory and smearing their poo all over the place, and people are fighting with flight attendants. Pilots are drunk. People are having to duct tape other passengers. Engines are falling off planes. Yesterday, an Alaska Airlines flight was suddenly grounded at Miami International Airport. The Seattle-bound jet left the gate and was taxiing down the runway at 6:40 p.m. on Sunday when the worried pilot contacted air traffic control, and alerted authorities they're going into lockdown. You've left the gate, you're taxiing. You're in what? Lockdown. Pilots are trained to initiate a lockdown protocol when the integrity of the cockpit is being threatened. So they keep the cockpit doors, shut and all that and such. In an update, the pilot added, quote, to air traffic control, flight attendants have received threats from customers on board the aircraft. Over. The last thing we heard from the flight attendant is that we had a customer threaten to take the aircraft over. Over. Jesus. The pilot could be heard telling an air traffic controller later that, we have set the parking brake. They have parking brakes? You pull it?
Not in air, right?
No, they're on the tarmac.
Okay, they're still on the ground. I hope so.
We have set the parking brake, and we have a customer disturbance on board right now with threats coming from customers. That's him talking to air traffic control. Air traffic controller then asks if the crew needs law enforcement, and the pilot responds, absolutely. Deputies from the sheriff's office raced to one of the gates. Alaska Airlines confirmed 2 passengers were banned from the airline. We don't have any further details. Sounds drunk, but we don't know. They were going to take over the plane before it even took off. All right, so that's one.
These crazy people, they say whatever they want because they're either drunk or they're entitled. And airlines do not play. Airports do not play. Like, I mean, if you want to cause a problem, just do it at like a high school basketball game. That's better.
You'll still be banned.
Don't do it in the airport.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not encouraging the disturbances, but people don't understand the gravity of federal crimes.
Mm-hmm.
And
absolutely.
that's what you're doing. Like, and they take it nonchalantly with playing the mail. These are federal crimes.
Right.
It can get hit.
And there's
and
people
I
watching.
assume that
at an
Everywhere.
airport. Yeah, at an airport.
Everywhere,
Like
yes.
you don't
People
think
are watching.
you are, but like, you know, if you are stumbling or if you're acting out or if you're causing
yeah.
any problems with people, there's someone making a mark somewhere, and you're going to be watched before you get on that plane for sure.
And not only that, yes, all of that related to being on the plane, but also you're stumbling around, etc. We were talking about this the other day. Has nothing to do with flying. Somebody's probably recording you.
Yeah.
Does it wind up on their social media? Does your employer see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, also going through TSA is scary enough. Like, just getting through that thing is watching. There's cameras everywhere, security everywhere. Like, you're gonna get caught.
And it's such a crap show. And you can't be. That's another thing. Don't mouth off the TSA. Look, they're lame, but they're there doing a job. You could use the old "they're humans doing a job" sort of. Christina hated the TSA because of her experience with the FBI and other things. But you do it. You don't mouth off to them because I mean they can end your flight and who knows what else.
Yeah. Exactly. I'll give you a great example. It doesn't matter if they're right or wrong or if they're doing the greatest job or not. They are spiteful, and they will say no, you're just not going to come on, and that's your whole trip. That's your whole day, all because you wanted to mouth off to this one person. And again, it probably feels good, but it's not going to get you anywhere. That's the same thing. I don't understand these people who are complaining when you're like taking off your shoes or you're taking off your back, taking your laptops out. I get it. It's a pain in the ass.
It
but
is.
like I get so annoyed with people complaining about it now. It's just kind of the norm.
They almost
Know what
tore
you're
my
getting
stuffed
into.
animal, though. I was really mad. I brought I have a little grilled cheese. It's my emotional support plane stuffed animal. And they almost tore it up. They were like about to cut it because they thought there was drugs in it. And that made me really sad.
It's a stuffed grilled cheese sandwich?
Yeah, his name's Lil Gouda.
And I guarantee you she explained all of this to the TSA too.
Yeah,
It's Little Gouda.
No,
It's my
I have a
emotional
video of it. I'm
support.
like, please don't break Little Gouda open, please.
Why- If it's just a stuffed animal, why didn't the X-ray give them whatever they needed?
I don't know. Apparently I was sus, or I don't know. I was just going to Long Beach.
Gouda escaped unscathed. and
Gouda
unnight.
made it through, and I had my soft pillow for my flight.
Wonderful. Next up, Southwest Airlines flight from Dallas to L.A. That would be flight 958er on Friday. The plane was heading towards Southern California from Dallas when a guy named Rain Walmsley had to be tended to by emergency responders and crew members and fellow passengers who were trying to get him to become responsive. Dude's 22 and he is just out, just went unresponsive, and nothing is bringing him back. Emergency responders were waiting at the plane when it landed at LA. So they flew from Dallas to LA. They don't tell us, well, when in the flight did this start? Because they went to LA. They didn't do the emergency landing. So they flew from Dallas to LA, at LA. The emergency responders are there. Paramedics try to get him to come to, try to resuscitate. Dude's dead. He's dead.
Oh, no.
You would
died
think so, yeah.
in his seat. So again, did I have to sit next to this guy the whole way?
We can have birdies on the plane.
His cause of death has not been identified. It's been deferred as the case remained open. Authorities have not disclosed any symptoms he experienced or if he has any underlying medical condition. This just happened over the weekend. That is just creepy.
Was he involved in any nuclear or stuff like that? Like these people who are disappearing that we talk about?
Oh,
maybe.
See, we have a name, but we don't have background, right? Was he a nuclear scientist? Was he? He's only 22. No, he didn't know anything.
Does he have a pinprick right here behind his ear? That's what you gotta watch out for.
Now,
The one that I mentioned yesterday that spurred a little bit of what's going on is yet another story about yet another unruly kid on yet another airline and the role of children in society and those of us that tolerate them and are we the mean ones, etc. A localized region, kind of like a Southwest for Canada. Porter Airlines left the airport in British Columbia. They were heading to Toronto. They had left the terminal. They were heading to the runway, and a child, that's all we knew yesterday, we don't know much more today, unfortunately, refused to sit down and fasten their seatbelt. Yes, a child. The child, whose age has still not been reported as of this morning, had been standing in their seat, creating unsafe conditions for takeoff. Right, that's by definition.
Yeah.
Anyone standing in their seat for takeoff, not safe. A spokesman for the Toronto-based airline said, after the aircraft left the terminal and proceeded to the runway, a young child was standing in their seat and would not secure their seatbelt. Attempts by the accompanying parent and crew to address this were unsuccessful. The aircraft could not take off, so the crew had to return to the terminal and have the passengers disembark. Now, this flight was supposed to have arrived at 10:49 p.m. local time, but by the time they went back to the gate, they couldn't take off again because of the timing and the pilot, the crew's been on board. So they were supposed to get in at 10:49 p.m. to Toronto. Instead, they got in at 6:15 the next morning. They had to wait overnight in the airport for the very first flight to take off and get them there. So 132 people were lucky enough to just hang around because of this baby that couldn't be told to sit down or stop crying or whatever. 80% of travelers support child-free zones or adult-only options on flights, with many willing to pay extra for quiet areas. This has been around forever. It's not going anywhere.
No.
This is a 30-year-old idea.
What, just like a child care center?
Like smoking sections. It hasn't gone anywhere.
Instead of just getting your kid to sit down properly?
Yeah, well, if they have like kids cruises, like where like it's like family oriented, they should have kids flights only where parents and children are on that flight.
Yeah, but I
Special
think
flights.
kids cruises are where you stuff your kids so you can go off to the casino and then do your thing and you're all in the same
I was
ship.
say it should be parents and children on one flight together.
Well, I think the flights, the parents will still have to be with the children.
Yeah, no,
probably.
not just children by themselves. I meant just like a family flight.
And the arguments I've heard against that are the cruise is the vacation. Well, the flight is the facilitator to Disney World or grandma's. And there's no way to create a system that would work financially to figure out how many people with kids want to fly, don't want to fly. I've heard all sorts of those type of things. But and Jeff brings up the angle of those of us that don't have kids. Wait, we're doing this because you can't shut your kid up? And the parents say, wait, we're doing this because you can't tolerate children who are part of society. And we just go back for back.
I can. It's just more or less if I can't take off because the child can't sit down. That's the issue.
The shrill sound of a child screaming.
A child crying. I mean, like, again, I would.
You just tune it
It would
out.
be annoying. I would tune it out, but I wouldn't blame that child or blame the parent. That just it just happens, unfortunately, sometimes. I mean, but again, not being able to take off on a flight because of that is a little bit of a discipline problem.
I'll be pissed.
The screaming, the unruliness, the anxiety, we do all have to just understand that's part of it. If we're going to, quote, allow children on planes, which does seem part of living in a society, and there are things we can do to block it out or not listen to it, it would be nice. But it's not always like a parental issue. Sometimes the kid is just can't handle it. Kid doesn't know what's going on.
That's true.
And I know a lot of us of a certain age go, well, why don't they just give him some Jack Daniels? Well, not really acceptable these days.
I was going to go Benadryl, but hey, Jack Daniels works too.
A survey of a different 2,000 Americans who travel at least twice a year, when asked what is the most annoying thing to deal with during a flight, the number one answer was crying babies.
See,
Really?
I got a different one.
The most annoying. Okay, you got a different one. Okay, number two was also kid related. The kid kicking your seat.
No, I don't have that.
I hate that.
And then third was body odor, having nothing to do with children. What's
Yeah,
yours?
That's third one is body odor. I've come across two really bad instances of people who they have sandals on and their feet are really bad, and you're sitting right next to them, or in general their whole body It's just you've gotten into an Uber before or a taxi before, and you're just kind of like, whoa, what is that? That's the worst thing for me. I could probably put headphones on and get a crying baby out of my head, but the smell, they can't get that.
Yeah, and see, so you bring up the Uber, which is a hot box of BO or whatever, right? When you get in it, it's either I don't know, we could probably come up with our 10 most common phrases we've all smelled: marijuana, BO, these are in no particular order, the onion sandwich that somebody before me had.
Yeah, right. They they try to offer you some.
Right? You want an uneaten, half-eaten Mikey jerseys? No, I don't. Incense. There's another popular one I've noticed.
Patchouli, yeah.
Yeah, all of that. We're gonna put all of that. Yeah. But it is you're stuck in it, and so you might try to roll down the window. Now a plane, though, you're stuck next to it.
Oh, good lord.
So it's like an hour or more. If you're on a plane, you're there for an hour or more, usually more, and it's just you permeating it.
Yeah. To me, it's like powdery perfume. I'm really sensitive to smell, so certain fragrances, like if someone's wearing a really like powdery kind of just little maybe a grandma-y kind of vibe perfume, I'll have a migraine by the end of the flight.
Yeah, I think that could happen to me too.
How are you with the mothball smell? There's one. The old people tend to people still, that's an old school thing, but I never like.
No, I still come across it from time to time, and it's you can get through it, but you don't prefer it.
Body
so overwhelmingly, even people with kids say we should have the ability to travel without kids. It's not going to happen. It's neat because like a lot of people read, a lot of parents travel to get away from kids. Like, yeah, we'd like to go to Hawaii without our kids, and we'd like to be on a plane without kids, but figuring out how to do it financially hasn't happened yet, or if it's ever going to. And then there is the cry of, you're the problem, Jeff, me, D, anybody. Be more tolerant, although it sounds like we all have our different various limits. The anxiety for parents that they'll be judged for a crying baby is not misplaced. And in recent years, the voices of people who claim that kids are a public nuisance have gotten louder. And we're so much more emboldened to bitch about everything today. Suddenly, kids are an unwelcome presence in restaurants, breweries, coffee shops, and most of all, planes. This is a mommy blog, of course. Some parents have gone so far, I've heard of this, to make gift bags to pass out to their fellow passengers as a pre-apology for a crying baby.
Doesn't hurt.
That's cute.
I had this once. I was going to New York for Christmas. It was about, 12 years ago. And this mom's going around with little bags of cookies with a note. Something like, please excuse Aiden. It's his first time flying. I thought, no, that's a nice kid. Didn't make a peep. Of course. Right? A parent who has that much thought to do that for 150 other people is going to do everything possible to keep the kid quiet. And it did. It just didn't make a, but that's a nice,
that's
really
it doesn't kind. Hurt. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and for me, it's not crying or disorderly. It's just the deplaning part or the like, we got to land now part. Like if it gets to that point, I think that's the level for me. I'm like, you got to be able to control or something at some point.
Or the takeoff part, like this guy.
Yeah, takeoff, right? You can't go.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of people said, in fact, it was a big number. Was it 86%? There was a huge number of people that said, 64% said that they one of the number one annoyances during a flight are kids running up and down the aisles. Okay.
That doesn't
I mean,
I might put my leg out. Who knows?
I mean, it falls under the heading of things I'd rather not see, but you're right. It doesn't. I would be choosing to let it bother me. So, all right. But back to parents. Let me tell any parents, writes this mommy blog person, hesitating to travel with their babies. It's the year 2026, and most people these days have a pair of headphones, not to mention a wide range of adult beverages for sale, a movie they can watch to pass the time. We, parents, shouldn't be worried about them.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is the more militant. We're parents. We go where we want. That doesn't sound like, there's a little bit of reasonableness. Okay, we have headphones, but they shouldn't be worried about us at all?
No, there should be some worry.
She goes on to say, you, Rob, Jeff, D, are entitled to a child-free life in private, but not in public. Sure. Okay. That makes sense. But there's a lot of places in public where we're entitled to be able to enjoy ourselves. Now, I don't know about a plane, but if you're going to use that logic, a nice dinner A lot of people would think Ruth's Chris is a nice dinner. I don't need a kid running up and down the room, knocking
Right.
people over and ruining the ability to have a romantic dinner or something. That seems reasonable on my part. But
Right. I mean,
if
'cause
you're
the
going to
other-
use you can't have a child-free life in public thing, that there has to be limits.
Right. So I think the opposite is I want to go out to a nice restaurant, call it Ruth Chris, and I want my kids to be able to run through the building. And I think that's a pretty unreasonable. No, I'm saying that's that's a very unreasonable thing to do. I mean, to say we don't care about the outside people, it's your problem, not our problem, right? I think that there's that's not the case all the time. You have to be considerate in general with your kids or yourself as well.
Yeah,
her
her phrase, we, the parent, we shouldn't be worried about them.
Right.
The parentless, that's silly. Nothing wrong with taking your kid and introducing them to a finer restaurant, but also teaching them this is how you behave here. I'm not saying don't let them in, but yes, they should behave appropriately.
I wonder if this has anything to do with like some of the what they call these COVID kids now, right? Where they like grew up during, or they were babies pretty much during the time of COVID, but the parents, especially the first time parents, were isolated too during the time of COVID and when they were newborns. For my family, I come from a big Mexican family where all the uncles and aunts kind of help raise the kids. I mean, there was no reason why my uncles would not discipline me. Like, I mean, if they came and said, Jeff did this, I told him he had to go in the corner, my parents would just say, thank you, right? Like, they wouldn't be like, but now I feel like I've come across this a little bit too. People get offended by those comments or you parenting their children in a sense. And I mean, I get it in a sense, you kind of overstepping a little bit, but that's just how I grew up. So it's normal for me. I don't get it. These people who get a little too erratic because you're not criticizing, but maybe criticizing their parenting style a little bit. My kid doesn't know how to sit down, but I don't want anyone to tell me he doesn't know how to sit down.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's one thing, and it's rude to tell a parent that you don't know, those onion rings really aren't good for that child.
Yeah,
Right.
Shut the what?
Yeah.
No.
Right, of
It's
course.
another thing when you're not even really criticizing their parenting. You're trying to point out, excuse me, your child's putting his hand in my salad,
Right.
Yeah.
and I shouldn't be the one that has to tell it not to do that.
Exactly.
But
No, thank
that's
you.
what this woman's missing, because the same woman who said, man, we parents, we shouldn't worry about it. At the end, she says, because this isn't what anyone's saying. She says, if a crying baby makes you angry or annoyed, that's understandable. But your discomfort doesn't negate their right as citizens to occupy public spaces. No one said that. No one said kids aren't allowed in the public. They need to behave.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? If somebody wanted to offer a childless flight, but hey, you can still fly with your kids, that's not saying kids aren't allowed in public.
Yeah.
They're just saying they don't get to be in this bar because it's 21 or over. What's the
Right.
goddamn difference?
Yeah. I
And
mean,
that's
Even go ahead.
I was gonna say, go to some of the casinos in Vegas that are 21 and over.
There's kids.
I mean, well, there's a lot of kids in Vegas. I mean, there's a lot of, but these are, it's a little bit newer now where some of these casinos are only 21 and over. So, as an adult, you're going to go there as one, not going to be nearly as many people, which is very nice because there's a lot of people in Vegas. And two, you're not going to be, the restaurants are going to be a little bit better. The entertainment's going to be a little bit more adult. Like, it's not going to be suited for kids that much. And you don't have to be around them as much. So, I mean, again, you can pick these kind of options sometimes if you really want to. And again, crying or a kid just being a brat, that's normal. We're used to seeing that all over the place. It's usually when they're to the point where you can't take off,
Yeah.
or you have to like literally land because they're not able to be controlled enough.
Definitely.
So and I think everyone has a right to say something about that.
I do still wonder, and I did look, and there's no yet, anyways, leaked video, and I guess we could throw in the stereotypical all Canadians are nice thing, because this story begins in Canada. What in the world were they doing with this young child of an unknown age that couldn't get him to sit down?
Yeah.
And okay, is he on the spectrum?
Right.
And he
that's
has
not what I think a little bit too. Yeah.
Yeah,
right the acts
possibly.
out thing. Okay, but.
Give him the
See, this is
iPad.
tough.
Give him a snack.
Yeah, I mean, what
Something.
can so everything's fine until they hit the taxiway, right? They've left the gate, presumably everything's fine, and they're going to take off, and now the kid won't. So, I guess my point is, if everything was fine, and let's say the kid's on the spectrum, what can you do at that moment? Do you not? Because a lot of times there isn't a secret weapon.
Sure.
They need to lash out. All you can do is take us back to the gate.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if there is like, and I was gonna say that too, if they are, if there's mental issues that are in play, or if there's something like that where they can't be controlled, that's just the world we live in a little bit.
But he should like a favorite stuffed animal or his iPad or something that comforts him. And takeoffs can be jarring, so I'd respect that. If it's a little bumpy, might set him off a little bit. But there has to be something you can do.
See, my parents did the
Maybe some
opposite. Like
medication.
my parents would tell me before we'd go onto the flight, like, if you do this, if you do that, if you do this, if you do that, you're not gonna, all your toys will be gone. Like they threatened me before I get like to act bad, so I knew I was trying to be on my best behavior.
Yeah, and that's, see, I like that too, because they're telling you, we know we can't really do anything to you on the plane.
Yeah, right.
But,
Yes.
but you just wait if you want to try us.
Yes.
What'll happen when we hit the ground there?
America's RADcast continues next, only on the radnetwork.com.
Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital, as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say,
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is B-A-R-R-Y. Sue Berry with an A.com. That's Sue Berry, B-A-R-R-Y.com. SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer, Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040. Barrett Financial Group, LLC, NMLS number 181106, Nevada 5091, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Longtime maggots will remember Greg from MAP. M-A-P, as in Maximum Athletic Performance, which guides you to better output through better ingredients, also known as nutrition. Greg has been on the RAD Show many times and will be again, as he simplifies nutrition and helps us all understand what actually works when it comes to fueling our bodies, almost all of which can be found at maptrition.com. Every product is formulated with clinical precision and backed by science and purpose, and maptrition.com has something for every fitness level, even those of us who barely have a fitness level. With nearly 20 years as a nutritionist and a specialization in sports nutrition, Greg works with athletes and everyday individuals to optimize performance, energy, and overall health through smarter fueling strategies, all of which starts at maptrition.com. At the very least, we should all be taking daily multivitamins, and Greg has his formulated for exactly what a man or woman's body needs. Protein is in, but maybe instead of getting yours from mac and cheese with extra protein, you get it from maptrition.com. And of course, all things workout, training, and exercise are available as well. From pre-workout to creatine and other muscle builders to recovery supplements and more, all at maptrition.com. From morning breakfast essentials to post-workout recovery and everything in between, maptrition.com's full range of supplements, proteins, and wellness products are built to power your journey from start to finish. Check out all the products and find what's right for you and order it shipped to you all at maptrition.com. That's maptrition.com.
Ask not what our RADcast can do for you, but rather what you can do for America's RADcast. Start by heading to the radnetwork.com and following us on every goddamn social media platform known to mankind.
Got this email, radcast at the radnetwork.com. We were doing scares in the air. Went back to the story of the kid who wouldn't sit down. He was standing in his seat, and the plane's trying to take off, and they had to go back, and the plane was delayed, etc. We got this email from Dave. As we talk about there's a movement. Could you have kid-free flights? It never really, no pun intended, took off. I think financially it doesn't work. So we talk about how you have kids behave. What do you do? And Dave says, here's a great technique. Whenever parents and kids need to fly, they should go on 2 separate flights. That way, if one of the plane crashes, they won't have to deal with their kids anymore.
Dave.
Who loses that coin flip?
Dave. That's so savage.
That is not okay. Dave.
That's so savage, Dave.
Bad boy. All right,
I thought it was going to be like actual advice. Like I thought it was going to be like actual like good idea. No.
No good advice.
Good point.
A lot of people keep writing it because I mentioned, we got D here, and a lot of dudes are like, I don't know what to do. It's dating, and I'm scared because a lot of us are out there dating again at a different stage in life, middle age, divorced, whatever the cause may be, and it is different. If you have been out there in a while, it's been 15 years for me, and so I say, listen to what the woman says. Now, D's not going to speak for every woman, but she might be able to say, I like that, or I don't like that, but I know a lot of women do.
Yes.
So these are now, okay, there's this old expression. Foreplay for women begins outside of the bedroom. Like women get turned on how their man acts, how they treat people, treat her, handle their business, things like that, right? Fair? So they came up with this list of, they call them sex moves. They're not sex moves. These are just, this is how you behave. But what they mean is, it'll translate to some sex because your woman will go, oh, yeah, that turns me on.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. All men can do it, and it works every time. What do we got? 8 of them? All right, here we go. Written by a woman who talked to a bunch of women. That's basically the bona fides for the article. First up.
Okay.
Rolling up your sleeves. There's something about watching a man push up his sleeves, particularly before carrying a heavy box. The veins, the muscle, the subtle reminder that, yes, he could wrestle a bear. Really? Does that work? Is that the old... Okay.
Let me show you my buff forearms because I use them so much. No, that's not attractive to me.
I mean, I like the look, but not for that reason. I just like the look. It's more comfortable.
Yeah. I don't know.
Really on
no,
the list.
Not a hit.
We're heading into a campaign. There's nothing I hate more than those goddamn politicians with their rolled up sleeves.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're trying to look like every man with their suit and their tie. They take their jacket off and they roll up their sleeves. Hey, America.
Business, yeah.
So sleeve roll, it's like a...
So bad.
How about a woman gets... Here's something that gets a woman hot. They call it competent intervention. Here's an example. One reader who submitted this was at a dinner when a rude waiter snapped at her. Her date calmly called the server out and then turned back to her with a smile. No drama, grace under pressure. That's an instant turn on.
Yes.
Right.
Hot. That's hot.
Yeah, and you don't have to be a dick about it.
No.
You don't have to just go to his level.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of ways to tell him to snap into place and not talk the woman you're with. Not talk like that to the woman you're with.
Absolutely. Love it.
What's the raider being rude for? Jerk.
She might be a bitch, though. She might deserve it.
By the way, men, even if she is a bitch, you still have to defend her honor a little bit.
A little bit, yes.
A little bit, because she has friends. Even if you've already... Suckers for being thought of. Imagine that. They like to know that you're thinking of them. And you know what men get caught up on? I don't want to look needy. I don't want to look like I'm Coke. A cola.
I was like, oh, I got her a baggie. You gotcha.
She worked at a real estate office. I'm trying to. There was some connection to where like she craves Coke. I don't know. They couldn't have Coca-Cola. Whatever. I bring her a Coke the next day because all you do is text her and say, "Hey, just wanted you to know I'm thinking of you." It's running pheromones.
Yeah, that's hot.
It's old school. This isn't all those things, but and most men don't know how to do this or have to do it anymore. Building a fire. Boy, there's something women love.
I can build a good fire.
Lord.
When you have the opportunity, because most places don't, and then the ability to build a roaring fire.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like, oh, this is so right.
It is cozy and warm.
It is. That's cool. What? Okay, basically, if the dude's a great driver,
Yeah.
women love it. It's like, for example, merging into traffic without a fuss, no road rage, parallel parking in one clean moment, no drama while driving.
Yes.
It's basically softcore porn for women in the passenger seat when a man is cool, calm, and collected on the road.
Wet. Yes. No, it really is. The road rage is such a turnoff, and yeah, just you can just no free.
And I nearly kissed him right there under the streetlight.
That is cute. That's one thing I'm okay with. And it is chivalrous. It's like, okay, if this car comes, I got you, girl. I'm gonna throw you on the other side of the sidewalk. You know, I got you.
So is the small of the back and the crowded bar thing too much like he's pushing you or
possessive?
controlling
It just
you?
feels like a little like this is my girl. Like, you know, I don't know. There's two different instances. But if you're just alone on the street and he wants to walk on the outside so you don't get hurt, that's really adorable.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. And it is, and I like the way he did it in her story. Didn't say a word. Just went, you know, how much does that ruin the moment? Let me get over here where the man belongs. No.
Okay,
So,
Gaston.
okay, so the small of the back thing, you said it sounded possessive? Is that what, is that the word?
I don't like like, what are you guiding me towards the bar to get your drink or what? I don't know. It just doesn't
No, you're
hit.
like going through a crowded room and you're going to a table, and instead of like you just independently both figuring out your way there, you kind of like are guiding her or you're.
I
grabbing
know
her and
routes.
say-
I can
yeah.
go wherever I want to go. Don't touch me like that. No.
Do you have this? I'm going to call this, it's not a wall, but it's something. I am D, I'm independent, I'm strong, which is all true. Does that diminish when you're with the same guy for a while and now you know he's doing it for all the right reasons? Or are you like a don't do that ever kind of person?
I'm not a PDA person, so I don't want to hold hands. I don't want you to.
I am woman, I can do it thing is a strain of it. There's nothing wrong with it. So if a dude holds open a door for you, do you say, I can do that myself?
No, I like that. That's what I said. I have the craziest mix. You can open a door for me. You can carry my bag for sure. I can do it myself for sure. I actually can.
Right.
But guiding me into a restaurant, thank you. I can walk. I don't know. I just.
But hand holding, you're okay.
Ugh, no. I said no PDA.
No.
I don't like PDA. No hand holding. No arm over my shoulder. No. Gross. I don't like
I am
that.
so fascinated
I just
by
don't
this.
like
Okay.
that.
What if you fall for a guy, you're falling for a guy, and that's his thing. Is there a middle ground? If he says, I really just, I don't have to do, is there anything, like, you won't even do hand holding?
No, I'm small, so I have to walk faster, and then it's like I have to keep up, and I mean, if it's a big thing for them, that's great. I'll do it. But if
Okay.
yeah, if you're with a tall guy or a fast walker, I gotta walk extra fast, and yeah. I think about all those different things. I know. That's weird.
Well, there's so many little, like,
Nuances
and rules and weirdnesses that are out there. And then it's all of us. It's men and women. We all have them, right? That kind of that kind of thing. They don't make sense and they have to add up and you try to figure them out. But the fact that the hand on the small of the back as I guide you, that's PDA to me. I'm like, wait.
Well,
that's just
Is it because it's like possessive?
no. Also, if you're small and someone's tall, then it's like it's not gonna be on my
This looks
back. It's gonna be on
awkward.
my shoulder. It's gonna be like.
Oh well,
like,
yeah.
Let's go.
Well, they have to know how
Move
to
it along,
where to
little
put
lady.
their hands.
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm not a fan of it. I just don't like it.
Okay, what about this move? Okay, so okay, you don't like hand holding, but we're at a very public. It's a concert. It's crowded. It's a festival. Okay.
Yes.
I'm leading us only because I naturally do, and you haven't told me not to. All right, we've been out a couple times, so I'm leading us. But rather than the small of the back, I take your hand and we walk single file, and you're behind me, and I'm holding your hand.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Love it.
Jesus,
in a concert
thank God.
setting, in a busy,
Right.
crowded area setting. Kings
Right, that would make
game.
no sense
Yeah.
going down aisle 7 at 11 o'clock
Yeah.
at night
Oh,
at
hell
Rayleigh's.
no.
That's silly. Yeah.
No, I think all of this was like during a crowded, like a room or a crowded
Yeah.
concert or something like that.
Yeah.
So you don't get separated.
Yes.
kind of.
That's fine.
Right. Exactly.
That's
All
all
right,
PDA.
we have more of those as we work our way through this. And an email from Jameson for tomorrow too about the growing age differences in dating. It's been going on for over a decade, and he's got a question because he's back out there as well. Have a great day. We're back tomorrow.
Okay, that does it. Screw you guys, and I'm going home. Talking poo is where I draw the line. Go on and go home, you fat chicken.
Bye, diddly eye. So long. God bless you.
See ya. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye, Homer.
Take care.
Adios. So long. Very well. Yar. Bon voyage. Toodle-oo. So long. Bye-bye. Ta-ta. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Sayonara, dude.
So long. Bye. Bye-bye now. Bye.
See ya. Bye. Bye-bye. So long, Stink Town.
Well, goodbye. And don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven, because it hasn't.
God bless the United States.
America's RAD Cast, only